We're live. So good evening, everyone, and welcome. This is Twist Gaming, where you get to play board games with us. This is our spotlight stream, where we like to show off games that are just coming out into the industry, especially games that are live on Kickstarter now. And tonight we have the pleasure of doing the spotlight of Mortals: Descent of the Gods. But first off, who are we? I'm Matt.
I'm Josh. And we are joined with
our special guest for the evening, Nick, Andrew, and Jay. How you doing, guys?
Hello.
How are you guys?
Doing well.
Woo! All right. So we would like to point out that this stream and all of this week's streams are sponsored by Mortals: Descent of the Gods by Partial Arc Studio, and as well as Fruit Ninja by Lucky Duck Games. So first and foremost, we're really excited to play this game. So can you guys give us a little bit of backstory about how this came to fruition?
Ooh, interesting. So at one time, around 4 to 5 years ago, Jay and I were living together, and we had projects that we attempted to start before, but essentially he came into my room and he was like, hey, I've got this idea for a game. And so originally, this is what we call essentially version 4.0, because it had very many different other iterations.
And basically the general premise was, like, wouldn't it be interesting of, we always see, like, gods very much up in the heavens, very toga style. What if you had the gods more in, like, modern day, but also not just walking around in modern day, but also mortal? So what would gods be like if they had to get regular day jobs, they lost that immortality flair? And there was a lot of fun of just riffing on, like, oh, well, like, Thor's got a hammer, so contractor, like Zeus, electrician. So there was, like, a lot of fun bits of, like, what could make a funny role for these gods. And that kind of just rolled into of the games that we were playing at the time. Andrew and I are pretty big fans of, like, wargaming games and things like that. And we like dice rolling games. So we were like, yeah, let's try putting together something like Mortals, and that's where it started.
We had a heavy influence on playing cooperative games at the time, playing games with your friends and enjoying a joint experience. But also, we wanted to integrate something that essentially was like high stakes. So it wasn't like some other games that we played where if a character dies, you can just pick up a new character and continue playing. We wanted there to actually be legitimate stakes in this game, and that plays into some of the difficulty with the game.
Yeah, in fact, a core rule of the game is if you lose, you have to tear up all of the money that's around you, and you must burn it and set it aflame. So, really, really high, as high stakes as we could. Sorry, that's definitely not a rule in the game. For everybody like,
Thank goodness.
Yeah, so the three of us over the last few years have been building it out, and that's kind of the short origin story.
Yeah.
All right, very cool.
So, Josh, you had a chance to delve into the rule book a little bit before. Was there anything that stood out to you that you wanted to talk about before we get into the explanation of the rules?
I don't think anything stood out. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
That is a really neat concept, though, of transporting the gods of old into modern day as normal jobs. I had a real giggle before when Josh just yelled across the room, hey, what god do you want to play as? Just off the top of my head, I'm like, well, Thor's probably in this game. How about Thor? And so he says, he's a contractor. I'm like, wait, what?
And you got to use what you got when you realize you suddenly have to eat because you would die if you don't, versus just enjoying it.
That makes a lot of sense, and I probably didn't think about that at first, but it's interesting seeing these gods in everyday apparel in everyday jobs.
Yeah.
All right, so getting into it, what is the backbone of this game?
Do you mean in mechanic-wise?
Yeah, mechanic-wise. So I know you said before this is a cooperative game that we're going to be playing. So what kind of mechanics are we looking at this game using here?
The backbone, I would say, mechanics of the game is you'd probably describe this as, like, it's a mix between kind of like a dungeon crawler and like a battle arena type game. Dungeon crawler where, like, you're going through a specific avenue of areas and fighting different monsters, but battle arena because it's in like a contained space and you guys are working together. So it's not like you're revealing certain areas. It's all, you have the information of where things are. It's more about at the top of each turn with how monsters and things appear, you're essentially creating new strategies in each turn.
Okay. So is there anything else you want to say about the game itself before we get into the explanation of the rules?
Sure. I mean, just generally kind of the theme of the game is to give you the feeling when you play, and hopefully you guys get that tonight, is the feeling of like the final act of a blockbuster film. So how the game progresses and how we've tested it, which we've play tested this over 400 times, is to basically create a feeling where you are ratcheting up your power as the enemies are ratcheting up the danger in the game. So as we go through and explain the rules, there are different powers you can unlock, which like let you do and reinforce cool things with the characters. But that also means more dangerous little mini bosses and other characters are growing. So as the game goes on, you're supposed to be feeling like this all the way to the end, which might be a big, crazy boss battle.
Very cool.
All right, so we're talking about boss battles, and I was gonna let chat decide which boss we're gonna fight because there's 4 bosses. So if TP can put a poll together.
That's interesting. So we're gonna have a poll for which big bad we're gonna face.
Yeah.
So
And they're gonna probably pick the hardest one, and we're probably gonna lose horribly on this.
There's usually when we've run tests where there's 4 of them, and we're like, you could fight these 1, 2, or 3, but like there's also this 4th one. It's like, yeah, let's do that one. So good luck if someone else is choosing for you.
Yeah. So we're gonna let chat choose and see what happens.
Well, chat usually likes to throw us down the most difficult path possible.
Good.
As chat has the prerogative to do.
Yeah, no, they do. So, Matt, you want to read those off?
I sure do.
You can even show them in camera.
I will do my best to.
He might be an invisible snake.
He might be an invisible snake.
He's got a little green in him, I imagine.
So, first up is... Ooh, there we go.
He's not too bad.
Apophis? Apophis?
Apophis is correct.
Okay. So, he has... Let's see. Erode. All players choose one legendary they hold to flip face down. It may not be used this round. So I'm sure that you'll get into the explanation of what that means a little bit later.
Will, yes.
And Sandstorm, common items and legendary items cannot be used and grant no benefits this round. So I see there's a tracker on the bottom here. So what makes these different baddies more difficult than each other?
Yeah, I mean, it's more or less, it's how they interact with the game. So as we get into the rules mechanic, there's a certain thing that destroyers have when they're not on the field. It's called influence. And that ability on the far left that you see, which is the one where,
for him it's Erode.
Where you have to flip a legendary face down. It's essentially these abilities are there to affect you and the players as the game is going on. So each of the destroyers are meant to present a different effect on the game and essentially give it their own sting.
Okay. And then health-wise, they all have the same health, different health?
Yes.
Okay, so as you may not have mentioned, the destroyers are not on the field pre-game. They essentially, you have a goal in mind for the beginning of the game, the first set of rounds. If you manage to accomplish that goal, you win, and the boss doesn't appear because you prevent its coming. But if the boss does appear onto the game, it has a certain number of health according to the number of active characters in the game.
So for you guys, you still have 4. So that means this game, Apophis, if you guys play Apophis or any of the other destroyers, they will start at 85 health. Which, when you look at your comparative starting health as a character, is a little bit higher than what you guys start at.
Considering here I've got 6 and 5.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
I have 7 and 5.
Now, there are ways throughout the game to weaken the destroyer before it comes out, which we'll talk about when we go through the rule mechanics, but they won't hopefully start at 85 if they appear on the board.
Yeah.
What's the title?
Which destroyer?
Which destroyer do you want to fight? So then we've got Apophis that we mentioned before. So then we've also got, this is probably going to green screen quite a bit, so Death. That looks even creepier.
Yeah.
So good old-fashioned Death. We've also got the Kraken. Everyone loves the Kraken.
Yeah.
And finally, we've got Fenrir, the wolf. Okay, so I'm curious, which one is the one?
The worst one to fight is probably Death.
Yeah.
Death is kind of our big villain of the game. So if you want to fight Death, you can. Death is definitely beatable, but definitely probably the most difficult one.
He would be hard mode, considered hard mode.
And the main reason being is, if you look at all of their abilities, they have kind of the one ability on the left that affects the players throughout the game. It's like the one that influences the essentially the game mechanics. But when the destroyer actually comes out on the board, it activates that right ability, and that can happen.
It's supposed to be a pull.
And Death's right ability, the one on the very far right, is pretty bad. It basically removes your superpower from all of the players.
All players lose God mode this round.
Yeah. And by the end of the game, you really need it to be able to take down the destroyer.
Okay. So those are the 4 destroyers. So chat's going to vote on which one of those we are going to face.
Why don't we go over the rules?
Let's go over the rules a little bit while they are deciding that. So do you want to start off with the characters or with the gameplay itself?
We can talk a little bit about the characters. You want to talk about the different ones you can pick?
Okay, so there are 12 playable characters in the game. There are 4 from each culture, 2 men and 2 women from each culture.
Mythology.
Mythology, sorry.
Right.
Each mythology specifically, Greek, Norse, and Egyptian. We explained it to the 2 hosts, but essentially the characters are divided into 2 different groups. You have casters, which have a green book symbol as their first power, and brawlers, which have a blue fist symbol as their first power.
So that's a green book, not an invisible book. Here, I'll put it over the green there. So that's a green book.
There you go.
And then we've got our blue fist over here. So that's going to signify your brawlers.
Yeah. So you'll notice at the bottom in that view there is an experience bar. So each character starts with their first ability. It's called the attack. In each turn, for each player, you have 2 actions and 2 moves.
TB, can you move card cam in the middle?
So sorry about that. Can you repeat that one more time?
So each player has 2 actions and 2 moves that they can perform each turn. They're not interchangeable, but you can do them in any order. So 2 actions, then 2 moves, 2 moves, then 2 actions. It's up to you.
Or you can do a move, and then an action, then an action, then a move. It's up to you in whatever order you want to do them in, but they're always separate.
Actions can be used for one of 3 things. You can either attack using your first ability that you have at level 1 or level 0. You can trade, which you can do as long as you and another character occupy the same space. You are allowed to exchange items between the 2 of you, and this varies between the different types of items. We'll get into that in a second. The last thing you can do is a breakaway. Hopefully you won't have to do this in your game, but essentially think of breakaway as an escape maneuver. It's a way to get away from monsters and avoid taking damage, but unfortunately you lose an action when you do so.
And we can probably jump into all that when we get into the gameplay. So wrapping up the characters, if you're looking at each one, they have a starting power in the bottom left-hand corner. This is basically your attack. So this is what that character is going to be using throughout the game to fight monsters. So you're showing Thor there. Thor has like a pretty straightforward attack mechanism. It says roll 3 dice, deal 1 damage for each 3+. So that means you would take 3 dice, you roll them, and then if any are the results of 3 or higher, it would deal 1 damage for each one of those. So if you roll 3 dice, you get a 3, 3, and 4. That means you dealt 3 damage to that space.
Okay.
The second thing a character gets is called a free action, which is pretty cool. It's basically the ability in the, there it is. Top right-hand corner, you get that part of the way through the game when you're unlocking the experience. By the way, all these powers you unlock as you go throughout the game. The free action basically, for some characters, it helps them deal a little bit more damage, but for most characters, it's kind of like a movement mechanic or a escape mechanic for them. It helps them ignore a thing called mob rule, which we'll talk about when we get into gameplay, or it lets them do really crazy things if you get something called a crit, which is if you look at the free action on the screen right now with challenge accepted, when Thor, for most cases, when he gets the free action off with that little feather symbol, he can do his basic free action, but he has a 1 in 6 chance of getting a super crit, which lets him, for that example there, do a lot of extra damage.
Yeah, and the point of that is that once you unlock that power at 10 experience, you get to roll this die that they're showing once each turn. And so it's a random chance of whether or not you succeed with it or not, but it gives you a pretty powerful bonus. And once you get 30 experience, you unlock what we just mentioned before with Death's second power, which is called God Mode, which essentially enhances your first ability. It's very powerful.
Ooh, so, double damage.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically that's just a general overview of the characters. We typically recommend for a game a good mix of green books and blue fists, or what we refer to as
casters and brawlers.
Casters and brawlers, basically. So it gives you an idea of the feel of the character. Blue fists tend to be up close and fight. Green books tend to be a little bit farther away and deal more splash damage. But yeah, those are the different types of characters, and you guys have picked your 4, correct?
Yep.
Correct. So I'm going to be playing as Thor, the contractor.
Show off Anubis and his abilities too.
Yep. I've also got Anubis, who is the mortician. So his attack is Graveyard Smash. Roll 4 dice, deal 1 damage for each 4+, and then each monster destroyed adds 1 die to your next attack this turn. So he gets to build up if he kills people.
Yes, he rips the ghosts out of monsters and then uses them against his friends.
Ghosts. So basically, the characters we tried to inject in some of, especially some of their attacks, more the flavor of the characters. So for Anubis, for example, since he uses ghosts to attack, we thought it'd be fun to pull ghosts out of other monsters that you kill and use them to fight again. For you also have Heimdall. Heimdall's attack actually gets stronger the more damage he takes because he's kind of like a tank.
So that's Heimdall's here, the all-seeing eye for an eye. So roll 2 dice, deal 1 damage on each 3+, and then Heimdall may add 1 die to this attack for every 2 hit points missing.
Yep. So I could go up to a total of 5 dice.
That's pretty
'cause I
solid.
have 7 health.
That's pretty solid right there. So Anubis also has, as a free action, Ethereal Form. So Anubis may move himself or one player in line of sight 1 space, and that ignores mob rules, which these guys said we'll get to in just a second. Or with the blue symbol there, as above, but Anubis may instead move 2 players or himself and 1 player. And then finally, his God Mode ability is Anubis' attacks now succeed on a 3+ instead of a 4+.
Yep.
So you get a little bit better there. So Josh, who are you playing as? So I got my mix of characters.
So I have Heimdall, which we just talked about his attack.
I got Heimdall, and by the way, that's an awesome picture of Heimdall right there. That is the most epic crossing guard I've ever seen.
Yeah, he takes his job very seriously.
He ripped that stop sign in half.
Yeah, that's impressive.
I mean, you got to use what's available.
So we showed off all-seeing eye for an eye, and then we've got his free action here, which is place Heimdall on any player-occupied space, or as above, but Heimdall may also heal 1 player on the space he arrives for 1 point of HP. So you get to teleport to your friends and give them some health.
Well, this plays into his first ability, which you saw, you take damage. So essentially, he can teleport to any player and tank damage if he needs to.
Gotcha. And then going down swinging is his God Mode ability, and it's the first time Heimdall is reduced to 0 hit points. He returns to 1 hit point at the start of the next player phase. Any negative effects are removed. So he regenerates himself.
Yeah.
That's pretty swanky. So who is your second character there?
Artemis.
Artemis, the hunter. So there's Artemis. And her attack there is Trick Shot. Roll 2 dice, deal 1 damage for each 3+, but you ignore line of sight.
Yeah, so I go shoot around walls.
So it's not nearly as much dice that you're rolling there, but shoot around corners.
I can hide while keep pronouncing my guy's name wrong.
Heimdall. There you go.
Tanks.
There you go.
That was
that seems like a good synergistic combo there. And then we've got Artemis may add 2 dice to her next attack. That's really good. And then Artemis adds 4 dice to her next attack. That's ridiculous. That's really good.
Arrows on arrows.
And then Big Game Hunter adds 2 dice to each attack.
So 8 dice late game.
Oh, no.
All the dice. She is also a brawler, but she only does range.
Range brawler.
Range brawler, 1 to 2.
Okay.
So you actually only have the only magic guy.
I have the only caster there.
Yeah.
All right, so those are the 4 characters that we're playing as. So what are we doing with these characters? TP,
right, so
I'm going to show you guys some magic right here. We're going to go and transfer over to the board cam. Transfer over to Josh, you got to wiggle your fingers. That's the key right there. There you go.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah, I believe we're ready for you to pull the poll, so you can get that out of the way.
Looks like Fenrir won.
Yeah.
Fenrir won. Nice. Okay, so we're not going to go after the big scary baddie.
We're going to fight the big wolf.
The big wolf. He's a cute, cuddly puppy. It's fine.
TP, we lost Skype. So
oh, no.
We can't see our guest.
All right, so we can still hear you guys. So we've got the board set up. So what are we looking at on the board here? I see that there's 6 distinct zones.
Yeah. So what you guys are looking at is the setting for the game, which is a museum. So basically, to give a little background, and I don't think we did this at the top of just like what the kind of background of the game is basically these gods which you guys are playing as these four. You're up in the heavens, living a regular life as gods do. Kind of forgot about humanity. Death came along, who we introduced as one of the destroyers, and said, you know what, you guys aren't really doing anything with your immortality, which really pisses off Death. So he stripped the gods of their immortality and made them mortal, which you guys had to take up regular jobs. Artemis, Heimdall, a crossing guard, Anubis, a mortician, and Thor was a contractor. Everything was going well until eventually Death was like, you know what, I'm kind of sick of gods in general. I'm just going to wipe the board. I'm sick of gods and humanity. I'm going to wipe the board clean and just start over. So you guys, as once gods, have finally kind of stepped out of ambiguity and been like, you know what, we're actually going to help humanity for once. And basically what's happened here is you guys have tracked down where your god essence is. And it's located in front of you here on the board in this museum. So Death has been hiding your god essence here in this museum in these 6 seals, which you see these 6 blue dice scattered around these different rooms in the museum. And essentially, you guys are breaking into this museum to destroy these seals before this big bad destroyer shows up. In this game is going to be Fenrir. So it's kind of a race against the clock.
Gotcha. So how do we go about destroying these seals?
Okay, so you're going to roll, well, one of you will roll a die, and this will determine where all 4 of you, or all 4 of your characters, are going to begin within the museum.
Okay.
So Matt, you want to roll?
Sure. So I'm rolling how many dice again? 1 die? Okay.
Just 1 die.
1 die, and we are going 5.
All right.
So position 5 is...
Position 5 is this room here.
So before you place your characters into room 5, you're already doing it already. Perfect. There's a little smash space on each of the tiles. So these gods are powerful, but they're not subtle. So you guys kind of just break into the museum and do a big old smash on the ground. Unfortunately, you guys weren't very sneaky, and that means monsters are going to start to wake up in the museum to fight you. But to circle back to your question, you asked how to destroy these seals. Well, in this game, you're going to be fighting a lot of different monsters that have different health. You're doing damage to them to take out those monsters. The seals work in the very same way. So if you look at our seals, they are 6-sided dies. So that means they have 6 health. As you deal damage to them, they'll degrade, and you flip them over into their different spaces. Yep, you deal 1 damage, they drop to 5, so on and so forth. When you finally deal that final bit of damage to them, you take them off the board, and you've destroyed the seal.
Okay. So the objective here is for us to destroy all 6 seals before Big Bad comes, and if Big Bad comes, then we have to deal with Mr. Big Bad, which in this case is Fenrir.
Yep.
The destroyer.
Now, to talk a little bit about when that happens is you guys are playing with 4 playable characters, which means you guys will have 9 rounds before the destroyer shows up. So this varies depending on the number of players. If you have 3 characters in the game, it's a total of 10 rounds. If you have 4 characters in the game, it's 9. And if you have 5 characters in the game, it's 8. So we adjust it to, again, make sure that rising tension of your power versus monster power is pretty equal throughout the game. We want it hitting at certain points. So you guys will have 9 before, once that 9th round is up, if you haven't destroyed all 6 seals, the big bad destroyer, in this case Fenrir, is going to show up.
All right, so we've woken up the monsters. When do they come out to play?
Okay, so each round has 3 phases. So the first phase is the spawn phase. This is where monsters appear on the board, and you do this by rolling dice. So you roll dice according to the number of characters, not players. So you have 4 characters in the game, you'll roll 4 dice. So go ahead and do that.
I'll give you the honors this time, Josh.
All right, so we got 6, 5, 4, and 2.
Okay, you'll notice that each of the tiles, as where you spawned, are numbered. This is essentially where the monsters are going to appear on the board. They always appear in the central square within each tile. So you'll draw 1 card from the monster deck. That's the red deck with the nastiness on it.
So that's the back side of the monster deck there.
Yes. So you'll relate that card to the number that you rolled.
So we're going to spawn 3 liches, and that's on which position, Josh? Position 2. So we're going to spawn 3 liches on position 2. So
we can
what's
talk
the...
a little bit as you're spawning these monsters, we can talk a little bit about the different kinds that you can spawn. So for this example, you've got 3 liches. So there are liches and ghouls, which are kind of like the minions of the game. Each type has only 1 health, so 1 damage will take 1 little guy out. But liches are kind of like the more elite version. I can see you guys just flipped 3 ghouls. Ghouls are kind of like the cannon fodder of Death's army. They usually appear in larger groups. But liches are a little bit faster than ghouls, but also only have 1 health.
Okay. So we got 3 ghouls there. That was on position 4. So then position 5, we are going to draw. Okay, so we got something else here. We got a Grendel.
Okay. Yes.
Perfect timing.
So, the Grendel is just one of 12 what we call mythics. Mythics are essentially mini-bosses that appear throughout the game. They have equal to or higher health than the gods. In this case, Grendel has 10 health, and their own unique ability. I believe his ability is for each damage he deals, he regains 2 HP.
That is what it says at the bottom of the card here. It says Ravenous Hunger.
Yeah, so you'll want to set that card aside and then take one of the small little D12s that you have and put that over top of his health starting at 10. You'll track his health just like you'll track the health of the character.
So to show it off, this is one of the little baby D12s you have here.
Mm-hmm. So cute.
Yeah.
All right. So last one. Hopefully it's not another big guy.
Oh, look at that.
Oh no.
Ushabti.
Oh, he's a tough one. So Ushapti, he's pretty bad because he's only a 7 health, which is nice, but you can only hurt him if you roll a 5+. So you have some gods in the game that deal damage with 3+ or 4+, as we saw. You need to roll 5s to deal damage to him.
Oh boy, so he's got a little bit of an armor around him that we have to poke through in order to deal some damage to him.
Yeah.
He's very defensive, very quick.
All right, so he is going to go on position number 6. So we are starting off with the Grendel in our room here.
Nice.
Okay.
Great
But
place
he's
to
actually,
start.
I think he's closer to us than the Grendel is. Because he's only 1, 2, 3. He's 1, 2, 3, 4.
That is
spaces
true.
away.
I didn't even notice that. So if you see on the board here, these are the hard walls then that separate the different tiles in the room.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
Okay.
And so basically you're going to do this spawn phase at the top of every one of your 9 rounds. So this is going to happen every turn. So as you can see, you gotta move, you gotta fight, or the armies of death will start to overwhelm you.
Oh boy. So going into turn 1, I'm assuming that we go before the baddies?
Okay,
Yes.
so like I mentioned earlier, each round has 3 phases. You've completed the spawn phase. Now we're into the player phase, where you'll start with the player who most recently visited a museum. I don't know if either of you have visited a museum recently.
You know how everybody goes to museums all the time? It's like a weekly thing that people do these days.
How long?
I think the last time either of us were in a museum was when we saw Star Wars at the museum together.
That is technically a museum. That the
Now,
IMAX
who
is at
was
the
the
museum.
first one to step into that museum? We needed to be absolutely
I think it was
accurate.
you.
Yeah, I think that was me, so I think that I'm going to have to lead us off.
Okay,
What
so
was the
you can
movie I
choose
saw with
either
Anna?
one of your-
I might have gone after you.
Oh, so Josh, you're going to go first.
I think I go first.
Okay, so
All
you
right.
can select either one of your characters to go first. You essentially can put the turn counter next to that character. That'll be marking who will go first in the round. And then
Okay.
you'll act in unison going clockwise until you finish with the last player.
All right. So that
And-
guy's got.
He's got 7 health, but you hit on a 5+. I'm sorry, what were you saying there, Jay?
Well, I was going to say, and what's important to note as well is at the end of each round, you're going to turn that little thing on the dial forward for your next round, and then you pass the counter to what would be the next player, but in this case, since you guys are each controlling 2 characters, you would pass it to the next character, basically. So each character or player in this game will have a chance to be the first player in each round.
Okay, so we're going to have a rotating first player
So
order there.
I started with Artemis,
Okay.
and then it's going to go to Anubis, then to Thor,
Then to Heimdall.
Heimdall.
There you go.
Yeah.
You'll get it eventually. I have faith
So
in
our
you.
2 range guys are going to go up first,
Okay.
which means we could try to attack.
I mean, you could shoot.
You can't attack.
You
here.
could shoot around corners. So
I can shoot this guy, but
We can talk a little bit about how you guys want to do your or how you can do attacks and
Okay.
stuff like that. You guys want us to
let's
get
talk
into
about
it?
that.
Yeah, let's get some input here because I think that we might need some help considering we've got 2 of these little mini bosses on the playing field already.
All right, so let's talk about some basic mechanics. First of all, on each of your characters, you'll notice next to your attack you have a double-sided arrow symbol. This determines your range. So for Anubis, he's range 0 to 1, which means he can attack one space adjacent, not diagonally, or his own space. This is most important for someone like Artemis, who's in the game, who has a range of 1 to 2, which means that she cannot attack her own space.
Yeah, so if monsters are on Artemis's space, she's got to figure out a way to get away from them.
This is essentially, I guess it's a good time to explain mob rule. All right. What mob rule is if monsters occupy the same space as a character, if that player or if that character leaves that space, they take 1 damage. So essentially, it's like running the gauntlet.
Per each monster.
No. It's
okay.
You only take a maximum of 1 damage. As long as 1 monster's on the space, you take a damage.
But because you have 2 moves in a turn, if you leave 2 spaces occupied by monsters, you will take 2 damage.
Okay, that makes sense. So, Josh, what are you thinking about attacking on your first turn? Do you want to clear out some of the little guys? Do you want to go after some of the big guys?
I think we should clear up the little guys because they're going to give us a little bit of XP. So how does XP work?
Okay, so as we mentioned earlier, there are 2 essentially sets of monsters. There are our basic minion-type monsters, ghouls and liches. They have 1 health, and the player that destroyed them gets 1 experience.
For each one they take it.
For each one they destroy.
So if you kill 4 ghouls, you get 4 experience.
But only the player who destroyed it. However, if a mythic or a seal is destroyed by any player, it doesn't matter if you were involved in the combat or not, as long as they are destroyed, all players gain 3 experience.
Ooh, so this is a shared experience mechanic, because if you have a lot of players putting in a lot of damage to take down a mythic or a seal, we want them to feel rewarded for their efforts instead of just like, I got it down to 1 health and you killed it, you got all the experience. So it's a way for players to share that.
Now there is an importance to this though. Because as long as you deal 1 damage in your turn, you get to draw a common item at the end of your turn. It doesn't matter how many things you killed or how much damage you dealt, you only ever get to draw 1 card. Common items are one-time use and you discard them after use. However, if you deal the final blow to a mythic, meaning no matter who's involved in the fight, the person who actually kills it gets access to the legendary deck. These are important because they are permanent items. You get to use it once per turn.
Ooh, permanent items. Okay.
All right. So we're going to fight things.
So you get a little bit of a reward there for being the Mythic Slayer.
Yeah.
Ooh. And one other thing I wanted to call out, we talked about this very early on about how you have the blue fist and the green book and the differences there. One thing to call out that is a big part of it is blue fist means that you can do something called ignoring target priority, while a green book means you follow target priority. So even though Artemis, this is what's kind of key specifically because Artemis is in the game, even though she's at range, since she's such an excellent shot, she has the blue fist, which means she can actually pick where her damage goes. So if you follow target priority, you have to kill things on a space in a specific order. Typically, you kind of go from smallest to biggest. So if you're attacking a space and you have a green book and you follow target priority, you have to kill all the ghouls before you can kill a lich. Then you have to kill all the liches before you can kill a mythic. And then if everything is dead on the space, you can attack the seal. Basically, they're all trying to protect the seal.
Okay, and that's what you were saying, where the ghouls are cannon fodder to the liches or cannon fodder to the mythics. So there's a hierarchy of things there.
Yes.
Makes perfect sense to me. So the green books, unfortunately, that means that I'm going to have to take out the underlings before I can attack the bigger guys, the mythics, or even the liches. But Josh can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, I can do whatever I want with my characters. So I'm thinking right now we don't have any cool gear. We don't have any common items. We don't have any legendary items. We don't have any XP. So I think we should go wipe out the little guys.
So you want to go farming?
And go farming basically, and then I think we could easily wipe out this group and start breaking that seal down. Between the two of our characters.
I'm game if you are.
So I'm gonna move Artemis 1 space here. I'm gonna attack, and I can attack 1 to 2 range, and that's 2 range. I am going to do 1 damage. I got rolled a 2 and a 4.
Okay, so 2 and a 4, and you do damage on a 3+,
yeah,
right?
3+. So I'm going to kill one of these guys, and I'm going to get 1 XP.
Okay.
I am then going to do this again. 5 and a 1.
So it's again 1 hit and 1 miss.
Hit. So I kill 2 of them.
And you get another XP.
And I get another XP. And then I have 1 move left.
So the move directly correlates to the number of to the actual squares on the field.
Yeah.
So we're all moving 2 spaces on a turn.
So how many spaces can the bad guys move?
Okay, so now we'll explain the monster phase. This happens after all players have acted. So monsters have what we call monster actions. They either move or they attack. Ghouls have 2 monster actions. Liches and mythics have 3 monster actions. And how this works is as follows. They will always go for the closest visible player and then the closest non-visible player. In the case of a tie or different sized groups, they always go for the larger group. If there is an exact tie, then you can roll a die or just determine cinematically which way they would probably go.
Okay.
So the way they use these actions is they'll use as many move actions as they need until they reach a player-occupied space. If they have any actions remaining, then they'll automatically deal 1 damage per monster action.
So, for example, if you look at where you are right now with Artemis, you've got a Lich 2 spaces away. So Lich has 3 monster actions.
Yep.
What that means is it will go 1, 2, reach you, and it'll have 1 monster action remaining, and we'll use it to attack and deal 1 damage to the space.
Yeah.
When monsters attack, they attack a space, just like when you guys attack, you attack a space. And let's say if you've got 2 players on a space and a monster attacks it and deals 1 damage, you as the players can choose how you divvy up the damage. So, for example, Heimdall, who likes to take damage, might sit on a space and just take all of it, or you can split it up among the players.
Okay, so I might want to hang out with Heimdall then if I'm feeling particularly woozy.
Yeah. So the idea here, so this big guy is going to be able to go 1, 2, 3, but he's not going to be able to attack.
So they all have to be on the space of the players. They don't have range in their attacks.
That's correct. All of them, all the monsters in the game, mythics, ghouls, everybody, even the Destroyer, has a 0 range for attack.
Okay, so that's something good to keep in mind.
But I think I'll move here.
Okay.
Just so when he does come here, I can still attack because I can't do 0.
Ah, that makes sense. Look at you thinking ahead.
And I think you can finish off that last Lich.
I think I can.
You got 2 attacks with how many dice?
4 dice each.
So
yeah, I think I can manage.
I think with 8 dice, you can probably kill the one little.
Okay,
Lich
so
left.
it's going to be Anubis's turn here. So I'm going to go 1 movement, 2 movement, and then I've got two actions there.
Before you act, remember, Artemis, you dealt 1 damage, which means at the end of your turn you can draw a common item.
Ooh, okay, so common items are the little blue guys here, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so you got some pepper spray. So pepper spray, your next move ignores mob roll.
Oh, so if someone does get in my space and I need to back away to shoot at them,
You're okay.
I can. I just pepper spray them.
You just spray them with some mace.
Yeah, and these common items are one-time use, so you discard them and you use them. And kind of the theme of all the common items are they're supposed to be little nicks and knacks you find around the museum that have been imbued by being too close to the seals. Think of it like radiation. They've all affected all of them in different ways.
So I would like to point out there's a little bit of a flavored text on the bottom here. Fun fact, less delicious than it sounds.
Yeah.
Very nice. So I use my 2 move actions to go into the same space as Artemis with Anubis, and I'm going to roll 4 dice for my first action to attack. And, okay, so 4 dice, I deal 1 damage on a 4+. So I rolled a 5, a 6, a 1, and a 2. So my first hit is going to have to go towards the Lich that's there. So I kill the Lich and I get 1 XP.
And then you get to do 1 damage.
And then I do 1 damage to the seal.
Yep.
So that's down to 5. So you do not get experience for the damage that you deal to the seal, only when you break it, and then it'll be 3 experience for everyone.
Oh, no. So
No?
oh, yeah, that's true.
Yes, that's
Experience.
correct.
Yeah. I was thinking about damage for common items.
Yeah.
But yes, that's correct.
Okay.
All right.
So what's your ability?
My ability, where am I looking at? Oh, for each monster destroyed, add 1 die to your next attack this turn. So I'm going to add another die to my attack. So I'm going to roll 5 die now. So if they're all 4+, I can technically break the seal right now.
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't know what the chances of that are, but
So I rolled. That's definitely okay. So I rolled. Not so bad. I rolled a 2, a 3, and then 3 4s.
so
Pretty good.
That's 3 damage. So the seal goes down to 2 health left. So that's going to be the end of Anubis' turn. And since I did kill a monster, I'm going to get a common item here.
we got little googly eyes.
Oh, I got googly eyes. Sweet. So increase or decrease range by 1 for your next attack.
Ooh.
Apparently they're prescription.
Oh.
It says what? Their prescription? I like that.
It's going to be on Anubis.
So Anubis, the big scary mortician god with a pair of googly eye glasses.
Yep.
That's
Very
awesome.
Summoning Ghost.
Summoning ghosts.
Yep.
So then the player is going to move to Thor.
Yes.
So I can't reach anyone.
You can't. That's...
So since the baddies have a movement of 3, right?
Yes, they do have a movement of 3.
If I stay where I'm at, I'm going to get attacked by... What's his name again, Josh?
He's going to get to us. He's not going to be able to attack.
Oh, you're right.
He'll
He'll just get to me.
Ushabit, I believe is his name.
Ushabti.
Ushabi.
But so I think I'm better served in attacking the Grendel because I only roll 3 dice and I hit on a 3+. This
Okay.
guy is unfortunately going to make it a 5+.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my action to move 1 space closer in that direction there. So I'm going to kind of lure the Grendel to me so I can beat him up next time.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same because I can't. This guy's going to be a little bit tough.
Yeah.
But he could come over and then we could all just wail on him.
Right, and I think with me rolling the kind of inane amount of dice that I'm rolling is going to help significantly there too.
At your first attack, you can actually maybe destroy that
The seal.
seal.
Yeah.
So if him destroying the seal, does that give him +1 die on his next attack roll?
It does not because a seal is not a monster.
Okay.
Ah.
So you can't get the plus die from that. But we get 3 XP, which wouldn't trigger anyone, sadly. So
Yet.
we can wait on that.
No, yeah,
but
wouldn't.
there could be something that summons there too.
That's true.
We have to worry about that. All right, so that's all our turns.
Right, so I can't really do, and like I can move again, so I can attack, trade, or break away. I don't want to. I can't trade with anyone.
Yeah, we
'cause
have no
I'm-
items.
Yeah, so we're good.
Yeah,
we're hanging out.
We're guarding.
Okay.
All
Guarding
right.
the range.
So we're gonna change this counter from 9 to 8.
First the
now,
monsters.
or after the monsters.
After
go.
the monsters go. So this guy's gonna go 1, 2, 3. Or
How does he sound, Josh?
Arr.
So remember to face these this way.
this
way.
There you go.
and then how many do the ghouls move?
They move 2.
They have 2 actions. So the ghouls are the slow guys.
All right. Now we update that.
So now this tracker is going to go from 9 to 8. So
And
Ta-da!
Matt, your Anubis is going to be our first player, and you're going to roll 4 dice.
I'm going to roll 4 dice. I have to declare what space I'm attacking.
No, this
Oh,
is
so you
the
guys are
summon
gonna
monsters.
spawn.
Oh, this
Yeah,
is the spawn. I'm sorry.
this is
Okay.
spawn.
Yeah. I thought that it was my
No,
turn
more
already.
monsters got to come on the board.
More monsters. So I got a 1, a 2, a 4, and a 6.
All right,
so
so-
we'll do it in numerical order there. So what's number 1?
One is going to be 2 more ghouls.
We get 2 ghouls on number 1.
All right. They're off to all the way on the side. I'm not worried about them right now.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Oh, geez. A griffin.
Oh, man. That's right in the bathroom, too, where you guys are.
Yeah, it's just, he's coming right here.
Oh, man. So Griffin has got 8 health, and his ability is Death from Above, and it has 1 bonus monster action. So it's going to have 4 actions.
Yeah, he's a fast guy, and he's going to beat us up.
He's going to hit hard. And then on number 4, we've got...
Oh, not a bad guy. Not a big baddie.
1 Lich.
1 Lich on number 4. Where?
So did we just draw really bad our first kind of 2 monster
We like
spawns
to
here?
joke that the game is sentient and it just gives you the worst.
We've played this game like 400 times, and it will always spawn all of the mythics near you.
That's hilarious. So then we got 1 more Lich on position 6.
All right, so he's coming all the way over here.
Why are we fighting a griffin in the bathroom?
He had to go potty.
It's a toilet griffin.
All right.
Okay, so now it's
now it's our turn.
our turn.
Who?
So
What do we want to target?
when you attack a space, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, so what I couldn't then say that I was attacking all of these ghouls, and then if I have any spillover, that it would go to the seal.
No.
That is correct.
So what I could do here, Josh, is I can go first with Anubis. I can try to kill these ghouls, and
How are you
then
going to kill them? There's a wall there.
Oh, there is a wall there.
You have no line of sight.
That's right. Oh boy. I forget, and it's diagonal too.
Yep.
We only do orthogonal directions, correct?
But if you use your googly eyes, you would have 2 range, which would let you attack. So if
Okay.
you use your googly eyes, it would help you. So we have to figure out which mythic we're going to take out because we're surrounded.
So I think you and I could do a decent amount on the Grendel, but is it worth it to kind of pool all of our efforts to make sure that we don't get wailed on from 3 fronts?
I think we should try to aim or kill one of these guys.
Okay. So
otherwise, we're gonna get.
So who starts out first? Heimdall. I mean, Anubis is going to start
starts.
out.
Yeah, Anubis is our first player.
So I could either attack the Grendel or the Griffin.
I think the Grendel, because we're here, we can't move away from him. And this is like, we're right here, so we can attack.
But the Griffin's got 4 actions. But the Grendel's going to heal.
The Grendel's going to heal.
So yeah, we probably should focus more on the Grendel.
The thing is, like, so we'll move here, and I'll lose an action trying to run away from him.
Right. Okay. You got me.
We'll both will.
I'll attack the Grendel.
Remember, you don't lose an action running away. It's just you take 1 damage.
You take 1 damage. If I try to break away, I lose an action.
Then you'll lose an action.
But
ignore.
Breakaway,
yes.
essentially, you lose an action, but you take no damage.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to attack the Grendel. I'm rolling 4 dice, and I deal 1 damage for each one. Oh, that's 4 hits.
damage.
I rolled 2 6s and 2 4s.
Oh my goodness.
That's pretty solid right there.
You have the magic of Anubis.
Take that, statistics.
And you get to do it again.
Let's do that one more time.
Hopefully you can do that a second time.
That'd be great. I did 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's
So 3 hits.
3 hits. He's got 3 health left.
Hit the papyrus scroll. He might be the chosen one. Just be right here.
All right. So you have the option to move.
I don't think I want to move.
You could move onto our space with here, so the Griffin will come all the way to us and uses 2 movements up. And then since we're in a group, we can divvy out damage how we want. Otherwise, if we don't move here, it depends what we want to do.
I think that after we kill the Grendel, we should go after the Griffin, because he's going to hit harder than this guy.
Okay.
What do you think?
They're both going to hit hard. It's just how...
I mean, he's got more actions.
Yeah.
So he's gonna hit harder. No?
If we all move here, it's going to take him an extra action to get to us. And it's going to be the same amount either way.
Okay. We might be able to kill the Griffin this turn, though. Is what I was getting at there.
Well, what's the Griffin's health? We could try.
Yeah.
So you want to stay where you're at?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to stay where I'm at, and it's going to end Anubis' turn.
The only thing is, if you don't kill this guy with Thor, you're going to take a damage to leave the space if you want to go hang out here.
I mean, statistically, I should kill him.
Yeah, statistically you should.
But I think I got statistics working for me a second ago, so it's probably karma's gonna come into play.
Maybe we got a cool legendary item, and then you can pass it off to me, and then I can beat stuff up with it.
That's actually
on my turn.
I like how you want to steal my legendary item.
I'm just offering things.
All right, so I am going to end my turn with Anubis, so I'm going to get a common item then. No, I didn't kill anything.
You get it as long as you deal 1 point of damage.
Okay. As long as you deal damage.
Oh, you got an exit sign.
Got an exit sign. Re-roll die for a fist attack. So that's going to be pretty useless for me.
Yes.
Okay.
Luckily, common items are free to trade as long as you're on the space with somebody else sharing you. So it doesn't cost you an action to trade a common item.
So can he give it to me right now?
You technically draw it at the end of your turn, so you could technically draw it on your turn for that card.
Okay.
So Artemis is ranged, but uses the fist. So
that's going to be
Artemis can go beat stuff up.
A good weapon for you there.
Yep.
So then I am going to use my turn with Thor now, so I don't have to move. I'm just going to attack. I roll 3 dice, and I deal 1 damage for each 3+. That's a 5, a 5, and a 3.
You kill him.
I killed the Grendel.
Grendel's dead.
Everybody gets 3 experience.
Woo! 3 experience, so I'm at 3 with Thor.
5, I'm at 3.
And I'm at 4 with Anubis.
Ready? And he gets the card at the end of the turn.
At the end of the turn.
Yeah, so we don't know what the cool card is. Boop. He dead.
All right, so I've still got 2 moves and 1 action left.
Yes.
So I'm going to move over to the Griffin.
Griffin?
So 1 movement, 2 movement. I'm going to say what's up to the Griffin.
Okay.
And then I'm going to roll some more dice. So 3 dice. That's a 2, a 5, and a 6. So that's 2 wounds.
So he's down to 6 health.
I think that's pretty good.
I think that's good.
You roll really well.
Now don't jinx me.
The only thing I am worried about now
What's that, Josh?
is if I run over there with you,
Yeah.
our 2 range guys are going to get attacked by him.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
So it's 1 damage, so it's not too bad. All right.
So that's going to be the end of Thor's turn. So I did deal damage.
And you killed.
And I killed a mythic. So I'm going to get the Book of Thoth. So the Book of Thoth is reroll up to 2 dice for a caster attack. So that doesn't do Thor much good.
But
you must not read from the book, Josh.
Okay.
You must not read from the book. And that's going to be the end of Thor's turn.
Yeah.
So now it's passing over to Heimdall.
Heimdall's gonna 1-2.
Hey, Heimdall, how's it going?
Can I have 2 dice, please?
I like that Thor and Heimdall are like being buddies right now and just like going everywhere together.
3 and a 1.
Well, that was a bad attack, Josh.
So I'm gonna do 1 damage. So he's gonna go down to 5.
Okay.
And then we'll do this again. 2 and a 1. Horrible.
Apparently, Matt is sucking all of the juice out of Josh for dice rolling.
Yeah, he apparently is. All right, so Artemis is going to go now.
You dealt a damage.
I dealt the damage.
You dealt a singular damage.
So I get a display sign.
Ooh, a nice display sign.
Sounds like a good weapon.
Reroll 1 melee attack.
All right.
That would have been handy.
It would have been handy before, but...
So I got a question for you guys. As he was moving through the space with Anubis, could he have, as a free action, taken that...
He could have, yes.
That item, the exit sign?
Yeah.
But you didn't.
I didn't, but I can use Artemis.
You can.
And we're on the same space.
Do you want it?
Yeah, I'll take the exit sign.
Say please.
Please.
Okay.
Please, can I exit this place? All right, so... What should I focus on?
Killing the Griffin.
I'm not going to be able to kill the Griffin.
Why not?
I can deal 4 damage max.
4.
He has 5 health.
5. Well, I mean, you're not going to be able
I could kill the seal, maybe.
Oh, that's true because you don't have to do the priority there.
And it'll help boost us to... And then you guys can kill the Griffin next.
That could work.
All right. So I can figure that out after I roll.
You're attacking the seal.
Right. 3.
You rolled a 3 and a 2.
Do I want to use... I'm gonna use the exit sign.
Okay. So you're re-rolling your 2, and you got a 5. So that's 2 wounds?
2 wounds.
And
so I'm going to destroy the seal. So we all get 3.
So I'm at 6 with Thor, and I am at 7 with Anubis. And how about you, Josh?
8 and 7.
Getting close.
Yeah. So once we kill that Griffin, we'll all pretty much have our free move.
Mm-hmm.
Besides Thor.
So you still have a move and 2 actions. So I've got to ask you now, do you want to move forward? Could you attack? What's your range?
1 to 2.
Oh, 1 to 2. So
I can attack the Griffin and then jump in the same space with him. And then I could start picking off these guys once they start coming. I can't.
Right.
And I can have Heimdall take all the damage.
Okay. So
I did a 4 and a 6. I did 2 damage.
So what is the Griffin's health at?
He's at 3 now.
Okay, so he's at 3 health, and are you moving?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Anubis. You're gonna get beat up by that other guy.
Well, he's only gonna get 1 damage from him. Right?
Yeah, only 1 damage, but
that's fine.
And then I get a common item, right?
That's correct.
All right. I don't get a cool item for destroying the seal.
No.
You got a magic 9 ball.
Magic 9
It's like
ball.
a magic 8 ball, but it's 1 better. So add 1 die to your next caster attack.
So, an Anubis item.
That's an Anubis item right there. That's the nice thing, guys. I'm going to benefit from all of these caster
items. Did you
items.
see what the magic ball said?
It says you're screwed. Well, it looks like I'm leaving law school to become a pirate.
Oh, the flavor text is wonderful.
So we all went.
We all went.
Okay.
So it's time for monster turn. So this is going to be 1, 2,
and then his
3.
third action is going to be attacking me.
So you're going to lose the health.
1 damage. So what is his ability for that guy? It's just he's got the thick skin, essentially?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Griffin's going to do 4 attacks.
Yay!
I'll take all 4 damage.
Now, why are you taking all 4 damage with Heimdall?
Because that just gave me 2 extra dice to roll when I attack.
So for each 2 HP that you're missing, you get an extra die.
Yes.
So
I'm going to roll 4 dice now.
That's a lot better.
A lot better than my 2.
If only he knew that you wanted him to hit you.
Yeah, if only you knew.
And then don't forget...
The ghouls are going to move 2 spaces.
Ba-doop, ba-doop.
And the liches move 3, right?
That's correct.
So 3, 1, 2, 3. And then those are 2.
1, 2.
Okay.
All right. And then we're going to...
Spawn some more monsters.
No, we're going to put the counter down.
Put the counter down. That's true.
So we
we're
got
going
7
from
turns
8
left.
to 7. Lucky number 7.
Yep. And this is actually a great time to call out how those seals affect the destroyer. Because every time you guys destroy a seal in the game, it's going to reduce the destroyer's health by 6.
Ooh. All
right.
So it behooves us to get as many seals out of the way.
Well, if we get rid of all the seals, we don't even have to fight them.
Right, but we don't want to weaken all the seals evenly. We want to get them out.
Yes. All right. So Matt, Thor is your first player now.
Thor is up first. So
roll 4 dice to see what we.
I'm gonna roll some dice to spawn some monsters. So we've got a 1, a 4, a 4, and a 5. So we're gonna get 2 spawns at position 4. So first up is position 1. Oh, look at that! We got a Minotaur. So Minotaur's got 8 health, and his ability is Charge. Upon entering a space, it deals 1 damage to the space for each player occupying that space.
So we don't want to be by each other when he comes running.
That's nasty. So he's going on position 1. So where's that at?
He's all the way over there. So he's
okay. He's far away a little bit at least. So position 4, we're gonna get
gift shop.
Yeah, he's hanging out in the gift shop there. So we're gonna get 1 Lich in position 4, and then another one for position 4, Josh. The next one is 3 ghouls. So we got 1 Lich and 3 ghouls that just spawned in position 4. So in the was it the Viking room over there?
Yeah,
that is the Viking room. Yes.
That seems to be the spawn point.
And 5, we're gonna get 2 more ghouls.
2 more ghouls in position 5.
All right.
So now it is time for Thor to beat some stuff up. So how much health does he have?
The Griffin has 3 health.
Okay.
It takes one of your actions to trade this book to Anubis if you want to give it to him.
Okay.
And this item can be used as often once per turn, right? The legendary items.
Yes.
All right.
But that's if I. So if I'm in the same space as him, it's a free action to trade it away.
Legendaries require an action.
Oh, legendaries require an
Yes.
action. Okay.
So you can use Anubis' action to take it from him.
Yeah, but let's see. I'm going to attack the Griffin first. Let's see how this goes. So I'm going to roll 3 dice, and I deal 1 damage on a 3+. So I rolled a 3, a 6, and a 3. That's 3 damage.
The Griffin's dead.
Kill the Griffin. So I get another legendary item with Thor.
And we all get 3.
And we all get 3 experience. So I'm at 10 now. So that is going to unlock my free action then for Anubis, right?
Yep.
That's correct. Well done.
And did you unlock any of your free actions?
Yep. All my
Josh?
free actions are
Ooh,
unlocked.
look
So
at you.
Thor just needs 1 more kill to.
Okay, so
So, do you want to go give the book off to Anubis? You can do that with the rest of your turn. Or you can go try to kill a ghoul.
I'm going to give Anubis the book. Yeah, I'm gonna. So I have to go in the same space as him.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna give Anubis the book of Thoth.
So he's gonna do some damage.
Yeah, Anubis is gonna wreck some stuff.
All right.
And that's gonna be the end of Thor's turn. I get a nice, cool item now, though.
Yes, you do.
So what do I get? I get the Feather of Matt. Ma'at.
Mach, yes.
Ma'at. I like that. I got the Feather of Matt. 1 attack per turn ignores target priority. So again, that's another Anubis item,
It's
essentially.
another Anubis item, pretty much.
Anubis is going to be tricked out at the end of this game. And that's going to be the end of Thor's turn. So now it's going to be Heimdall.
All right, Heimdall. Should Heimdall start beating up this big baddie or clearing stuff out?
I'm going to need your help with the big baddie. I think that what's her name, Artemis, is going to be able to take out all the little guys.
Well, she could take them all out, but she could.
Don't forget your free action.
Oh, I do have. Oh, yes.
Yeah. So your free action is at any point during your turn, at the very beginning of your turn.
Any point.
Any point during your turn.
Yeah. So
I'm
you
gonna-
use a free action like you would use any other action. Some can be important when you decide to use it.
Gotcha.
I rolled the blank, so I was trying to get the critical one. I come here and heal you for 1.
That would have been nice. Yeah.
But I'm going to come here, move 1, and I'm going to attack with 4 dice.
4 dice because you took some damage.
Yep. But I only succeed on a 5+.
That's rough. So I see a 5, and then a 2, a 2, and a 1.
I will use my display sign to smack him in the face.
So what's the display sign do?
I get to reroll 1 of my dice. 6. All right,
look,
so I
that
did
was
2
a good
damage.
reroll.
Nice.
So he's down to 5.
Okay. 5, a 4, a 3, and a 1. So it's only one more hit.
One more hit.
But one hit's good, you know.
So he's down to 4.
You're doing something.
I'm doing something.
You're rolling averages. That's better than most of us usually.
Yeah. All right. That's it for
Heimdall.
Heimdall.
But now you got Artemis.
Artemis. Okay.
You got your awesome free action, don't forget.
Yeah, let's...
So what's your free action with Artemis? Can you
Artemis
remind me?
is, if I get the normal one, I get to add 2 extra dice to my roll. If I get the powered up one, I get to add 4 dice to my next attack roll.
Nice.
And I
You
rolled a
rolled
blank.
Good job, Josh.
Good job. Artemis.
Roll better, Josh. So how many dice are you rolling? 2?
Yeah, I'm rolling 2 dice.
That's a
4 and a 5.
That's 2 hits.
So I'm going to kill these 2 ghouls.
Oh, did you take an item for Heimdall since you did do damage?
I did not take an item for Heimdall.
So Heimdall is going to get the velvet rope thingy. It's actually the velvet rope thingy. Add 1 die to your next melee attack.
Ooh.
You cross the line.
All right, and then so I can't target 2 different squares, right?
Correct. Well, you mean each of your individual attacks can target a separate square.
Yeah. So I can't kill those 2 guys come in that are in 2 different spaces.
That's correct.
So the ghoul is going to move 2 spaces. So if I move 1 back, he won't hurt me. The other one's going to go 1, 2, 3. They're both going to reach us. Should I let them reach us?
You could let them reach us, and then you can move here and attack this guy, so that way you kill him.
Oh, if I do move there, I could kill him so he doesn't do any damage.
Exactly.
So I'll move there.
We're all partying in the bathroom together. 2 and a 3.
2 and a 3. So I do kill this guy so he doesn't do any damage.
Don't forget your XP that you're getting.
Yeah, I'm up 14.
Ooh, Mr. Big Shot over here.
Doing all the fireman. And what cool item do I get?
You got the snow globe. So re-roll a caster attack.
Here.
You can't give it to me yet.
Beginning of your turn.
It is beginning
It's
of
a
my
free
turn.
action to give you stuff. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Reroll all your dice.
Oh, this is awesome. Okay, so I'm going to attack the... What is his name? Ushabti? Ushabti. So I roll 4 dice.
Yep.
I hit on a 4+. I can re-roll 2 dice with the Book of Thoth. I can re-roll 1 dice with the Snow Globe. And I can add a die with my Magic 9 Ball. So I'm going to use the Magic 9 Ball right now and add a die.
Okay.
That was a horrible roll.
I
I rolled
rolled
3
a 1, a
ones.
2, and a 4.
3 1s, a 2, and a 4. So I'm going to keep the 4 because that
No,
doesn't do anything. That's right, because it's a 5+.
5+. So you could re-roll.
I'm going to re-roll 3 die.
Okay. You don't turn that in.
I don't turn that in.
You use it
but
for
it's
this
only
turn.
once per turn.
Once per turn.
Correct.
So I'm going to re-roll 3 dice here. I got a 5. That's 1 damage. And then I rolled 2 more 1s. This is where my average just plummets.
All right. So you get 1 more attack.
How much health does he have?
He has 3 health left.
Okay, so 3 health. I've got 4 dice. I hit on a 5+. A 6, a 5, a 1, and a 6.
Yes!
Oh, yeah.
He does it.
Well done.
I don't know how my rolls are so polarized right now.
You got the golden fleece.
Oh, I got the golden fleece. That's so itchy. Your next move ignores the mob roll.
So you get away from bad guys.
Taxidermy is in this season, apparently.
All right.
So I got the Book of Thoth, I got the golden fleece, and I got my googly eyes on.
So I got your googly eyes.
That's the important
That's
thing.
the end of all our turns, right?
That's the end of all of our turns.
All right. So we
Don't
got.
forget, you all gain 3 experience.
Oh yeah. We got
Oh,
3
yeah.
turns.
How could I forget? So 1, 2, 3. So Thor now has his free action unlocked.
All right.
Ooh, so I get a bonus move if I get that. And if I get the critical, then I get to add 1 die to each attack. That's pretty solid.
1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2.
1,
1,
2,
2.
and then 3.
1, 2, 3.
And then this is 1, 2, 3.
2, 3.
And then all of these guys are 2. 1, 2.
All right.
So all of the monsters went. No one can attack us this turn. I reduced the round tracker. This isn't going well. We're in round 6, and we only have 1 seal down.
It's not.
I think we
Yeah,
need to
but you guys are
maybe...
killing
You
lots
guys
of monsters.
got quickly surrounded. But
Yeah, we did get quickly surrounded by a bunch of really tough people.
Yeah.
All right, so I need 4 dice.
You need 4 dice. You want me to roll them? I'll roll them.
All right, you can roll them.
I want to roll them. How about a 1, 2 5s, and a 6?
All right, so the 1. Oh, we're getting a troll now.
A troll! A slightly invisible troll. So the troll has 8 health, and he's got the Code of Filth. Ignores the first point of damage dealt to it by each player each round. Oh, man, that's awful. And then we get position 5. We need 2 of them for here, Josh. Really? The Sphinx.
Wait, so do resolve the Sphinx ability first.
Oh, okay. So 7 health, and it's Master of Portals. When spawned, immediately draw an additional monster spawn for the same space. This does not count as one of this round's spawns.
All right, 2 ghouls.
So 2 ghouls go with the Sphinx, and then also we need 1 more for that same space.
Oh, Hydra.
A Hydra. Oh, jeez.
My goodness, yay!
So that's 8 health and replaceable heads. So must be killed in a single round, or it returns to full health. Oh, these mythics are mean.
That is the reaction we're looking for.
And then position 6, Josh. We need one more card to be drawn from the monster deck. Okay, 3 liches. Okay, but still. So
I think
let's.
we're getting 3 mythics in 1 turn. I think 3 liches is probably not too bad.
Yeah. You know, I thought we were doing pretty well considering we killed that griffin. We killed and then how many of these mythics did you say are in the game?
There are 12 mythics in the monster deck.
I feel like we got half of them already.
We killed 1. We've killed 3.
We're stacking up pretty quickly.
We've killed 3, and then there's 4 on the field. So
There's 5 left.
We've gotten 7 of 12. So we've done more than half of them.
No, I mean, like we said, the game occasionally is sentient. It realizes you killed a bunch of them, so it decided, well, I'll just give you a bunch more.
It likes us. It really, really likes us. So Heimdall is going to be our first player now.
Yep.
So what are you doing with Heimdall?
I guess Heimdall's going to kill stuff?
You might as well. So which seal do you think we should go for? They're all kind of far away.
Maybe
we want to stay away from that Minotaur. Keep that in mind.
as a group, yeah. This is really nasty.
Yeah.
I was thinking 4, but I think 6 is closer.
4 and 6, I think we should both go towards. So do you want to split up? Let's split up, gang.
Split the party?
It sounds like a horrible idea.
Does sound like a horrible idea.
It's worked out in every horror movie ever, so...
All right, so let me kill the stuff that are adjacent to us.
Okay, so there are 2 baddies. There's a lich and a ghoul.
I've seen the split the party tactic work before, but also not. So...
All right, I rolled a 6, a 5, a 4, and a 5. I really kill the 2 of them.
So that's 4. So you killed them all. You killed
Your
those 2.
fellow gods are concerned as you beat their corpses into the floor.
All right.
With a stop sign.
So are we going to head that way?
You got your 2 XP?
Yeah, I got my 2 XP.
Okay. Yes, I think we should head that way.
So 1, 2. There we go.
Okay.
All right. And I get a common item.
And what did you get?
I got a monocle.
Ooh, Heimdall's going to wear a monocle. He's so fancy. So increase or decrease your range for the next caster attack. And okay, I'm officially ready to stare at old stuff now.
Another Anubis item.
Anubis is going to be tricked out.
He is.
Can you wear a monocle with googly eye spectacles?
I
You wear it
mean,
underneath.
Ah, okay.
all right. So
Artemis, what are you doing?
that's his turn. I didn't use this reaction, but that's just going to tell me port me back if I do use it. So that's not a good thing to use.
Yeah, next turn his ability is going to be useful because he'll be able to teleport and then run away from something.
Should I use my free action now?
Why not?
Yeah, I'll use it now. I'm trying to think if I could attack a bigger group or something, but there's really nothing to... All right. So I get to roll 4 dice.
You roll 4 dice.
3 attacks. I kill the 2 ghouls there.
Very good. Increase your experience by 2.
All right. And
What are you doing?
just move 2 spaces, I guess.
1, 2. So she's going to be on the same spot as Heimdall.
She can't attack anything, sadly. She doesn't have the range.
Oh.
She had the googly... Oh, she took the googly eyes from you.
Well, wait. You were here.
Yes.
Here you
Wanna
go.
Give me the googly eyes?
Here you go. No, that's a caster attack.
Oh, it's the caster deck.
Pay
Damn.
attention, Josh.
I thought the googly eyes were
No.
All right, so she's going to go there. Sadly, she cannot
Attack anyone else.
attack anyone else.
So that's going to be the end of Artemis's turn. You get a common item, though.
I do get a common item.
So what did you get?
I got a flashlight.
Ooh, flashlight. So re-roll 1 die for a brawl attack and place below chin, turn on, and tell ghost story. You got to make sure you do that, Josh.
It's the only way to activate the items in the game. You have to perform what they say.
So Anubis' turn now. What do I want to do? So do we want to split up or not? That's my question here. One.
Where would you
2,
go?
3. I would move here, but then the Minotaur is going to charge into that space. I don't
Yeah.
want to do that. So I'm gonna follow you guys unless I go this way, but then I'm gonna be right there. This is bad.
What's your free action?
My free action is Anubis may move himself or one player in line of sight 1 space. Ooh. I might actually do that. Okay, I'm going to do this.
You can do that now?
Yeah. Okay, so I get a free action here. May move himself or one player in line of sight 1 space. So I'm going to move myself here. That doesn't count towards my movement.
Nope.
Then I'm going to go 1, 2, and I'm going to attack the space in front of me.
With the 3 ghouls?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to attack that. I roll 4 dice, and I hit on a 4+. 6, a 3, a 2, and a 1. So I'm going to use the Book of Thoth now,
Okay.
and I'm going to re-roll 2 of those dice. So that's a 4 and a 2. So I killed 2 of them.
Okay.
So kill 2.
You get 2 XP.
Get 2 XP. Boop, boop. So I'm at 15. Now, what do I want to...
The guy on your space is going to do 3 damage.
Yeah, I want to hit the Lich. So I'm going to attack again. I'm going to attack the Lich.
You get to add 2 dice to your roll, so you roll 6 dice.
Oh.
Just so you know.
Oh, I should have attacked the Lich first, so I get that die added to my next.
It would only be 5 dice.
But still, I should have done that next time. I know what to do next time. A 6, a 5, a 4, 2 3s, and a 1. So that's 3 damage. I only needed 1, so I kill him. So here you go. That's all for you, Josh.
All right. Thank you for all the corpses.
You know, I do my best. So that was my 1 experience there. That's going to be end of Anubis' turn. So, Josh, can you please give me a common item card?
Yeah, a picture of a puppy.
I got puppy calendar. Is that Fenrir as a baby?
Yes.
And that's re-roll 1 die for a caster attack. So that's a handy one.
What's the
for
flavor
me.
text on that?
Wearing tiny hats. Puppies are wearing tiny hats. And then now it is Thor's turn. So, I'm also going to do the same thing with Thor, because Thor's got an extra move possibly also if I roll my free action right.
Okay.
Which I did. So I'm going to get a free move. It ignores mob rule, but there's no one there. So then I'm going to move 1, 2, and I'm going to use my action to give the Feather of Matt to Anubis. So he's going to ignore the target priority as well. Anubis is tricked out right now. I can dig it. So that's going to be the end of the turn for Thor. That's everyone's end of turn.
Yep. So these ghouls go 1, 2. This guy goes 1.
He does 1
2.
damage.
Yep.
So
It's your choice.
Thor's going to take 1 damage.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. And then don't forget these guys.
Oh.
1, 2, 3. You got a nice little party over there, Josh. Maybe I should have kept you company. You'll be fine. So now we're going to reduce the tracker by another 1. So we're down to 5 now.
And it's back to Artemis' turn?
No. First, we're going to spawn some monsters.
I mean, but...
Yeah, it's going to be Artemis going first now.
Okay.
So let's spawn some monsters. We got a 1, a 4, a 5, and a 6. So position 1 is going to get 1 Lich.
That's good.
So luckily now, that means that since we got some of the mythics out of the way, we should have less mythics now, right?
We got that, though.
Oh, what is this?
Finally came up.
So that is an influence card. As we mentioned in the beginning of the stream, the power of the destroyers, before they appear, starts bleeding into the world. So you apply Fenrir's first ability right now.
Whoop. So Fenrir's first ability is all monsters may move 1 space.
Yes.
Do they do that now?
Do that right now.
So wait, does the Minotaur's ability...
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh, darn.
So the Minotaur does, upon enter space, it deals 1 damage to the space for each player occupying that space. So you're going to get 2 damage.
To both characters?
No,
to one character.
However you want to.
However I want to distribute it. So
Yes.
sorry, Thor, but you're going to take 2 damage here. He's a little hardier than Anubis and also not as tricked out. So
I mean, placing favorites, it's up to you.
The upside of influences is it doesn't spawn a monster there.
Yep.
I guess that's true. So that was position 4. So this is position 5. We're going to spawn a Lich. And then 1 more, Josh. We're going to get 2 ghouls in position 6. So position 6 is this room down here. Okay. So that was, aside from that, the influence, that wasn't a bad spawn time there.
Okay.
Oh, boy. What's the Minotaur's health?
Minotaur has 8 health.
Okay. Oh, boy. So, Josh, you are going first. You are going with Artemis.
Yeah. Alright, so I need to use the pepper spray.
So the pepper spray is going to allow your next move to ignore mob rules. So you're going to be able to move out of that space. You could actually attack people in that space.
I sprayed in the Hydra's eyes.
Okay.
The 8 million eyes it has.
So which monster are you attacking right now?
I don't know what I'm attacking. First I'm going to use my free action.
Let's get the crit there.
Yeah!
Crit.
Alright, so I'm using 6 dice.
Oh, crit.
So 6 dice, and you don't do attack priority because you are a brawl character.
Yep. So, I got 6 dice. Let's roll them for a C, and then we can figure out where they're going.
So what you roll?
I rolled 6 damage. I rolled 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6.
That's interesting. So do you want to take out one of the big baddies?
I think so. So the Hydra needs to get killed in 1 sweep.
Yeah.
So I think I should do 6 damage to that. We should be able to finish off the Hydra. He only has 2 health left.
Okay, I could respect that.
Alright, so he's got 2 health.
I'm assuming you're attacking again.
I'm going to attack again. I only get to roll 2 dice this time, though. 1 and a 3. I'm going to use my flashlight and tell a scary story.
Okay, what's the scary story?
Hydra, you're going to die.
Ooh. That's a 2,
That's a 2.
though. That's a miss.
Alright, so I do 1 damage.
The story wasn't scary.
It wasn't scary enough.
Wasn't scary enough.
So that is the end of Artemis's turn. Hydra's got 1 health that you need to...
I could jump back a space if I want. I'm trying to think
You
if I
still
want
have
to
1 more movement.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to... So these guys are going to come here. They're not going to do anything.
But if you move back a space, it'll allow you to pick them off next turn.
Yeah, let's move back a space. Kind of.
I'm worried about Heimdall.
Heimdall's fine.
So it is now Anubis's turn. So I've got a couple of baddies over there that I have to deal with.
Yeah.
So
I do get a common card
okay.
because I did damage. Oh, I got a churro.
Oh, churro, gain a health. And that
So
is
there are some gain health items in the game. There's 6 of them total.
so it's deep fried and dipped in sugar. I'll take 4, please.
Yes, I'll take 4 of these.
That sounds about right.
Who doesn't like a churro?
I think everyone likes churros. I think it's a requisite for being on this planet. So I'm going to roll 4 dice. Is that right? Yeah, I'm going to roll 4 dice.
And you could ignore mob rules and just attack the Minotaur if you wanted to.
Ooh. Ooh, wait a minute. No, that's not mob rules. That's the target priority. I could ignore mob rules and just start wailing on the gate.
That's your choice. Thor is getting beat up right now, though.
Thor is getting beat up.
Like, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage.
Why 9?
Each of the ghouls get 2 attacks, and then the Minotaur is going to get 3 attacks.
I mean, Thor's going to be able to attack also.
I know.
So let me attack this space first to kind of thin things out for Thor, possibly.
Okay.
I think that's what I want to
And
do.
then you could use your extra dice against the seal if you want.
Well, I don't have an extra dice.
When you kill things.
Oh, when I kill... Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's a good idea. Look at you. I rolled a 6, a 5, a 5, and a 3.
That's 3 damage.
Right. I want to...
Do you want to kill the 3 little guys? And that gives you 3 extra dice.
Right, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-roll my puppy calendar.
Okay.
So I'm going to re-roll that 3.
You're tossing out the puppy calendar. Puppies are sad.
I rolled a 1, though.
Okay.
That was a really bad puppy calendar.
All right.
It was like a puppy calendar from a few years back.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do 3 damage. I'm going to kill these 3 guys.
Okay. So you're going to get 3 XP.
1, 2, 3.
So you're going to roll 7 dice this time.
So
do you
now,
want to attack the Minotaur, or do you want to attack the seal?
I think I want to attack the seal. Yeah, I want to attack the seal. So first I'm going to use my free action. That's blank. Okay, never mind. So then I'm going to do 1 movement, 2 movement, and I'm ignoring the mob rule because of the golden fleece.
Okay.
So I don't have to worry about the Minotaur. So now I'm going to attack with 7 dice. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All the dice.
And I'm attacking the seal with that. So I need a 4+. That's a 3, a 1, a 3, a 2, a 2, a 4, and a 5. So it's only 2 damage.
But you can reroll 2 of them.
I'm going to reroll 2. That's a 5 and a 1. So I'm going to do 3 damage to the seal.
All right.
And that's going to be the end of Anubis' turn. So
He dealt damage, so he's going to get an item.
exactly.
You got a souvenir t-shirt.
We got a souvenir T-shirt. So re-roll any 1 die, and wash with light colors, machine dried. Do not wear in public.
What's on the shirt?
It looks like a giant squid.
Yeah, it does look like a giant squid.
Anubis has got,
His squid shirt on, his googly eyes.
and then 3 god items.
Yep.
Now it's important to note that the reroll 1 die, any die, also applies to the free action die.
Ooh, that's nice. So now it's going to be Thor's turn. So Thor, let's see what you can do, buddy. I'm gonna do. So if I get the bonus move from the free action, I don't have to use it right away.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna do my free action with Thor. I critted, so I'm gonna get an additional die to each attack this turn.
Okay. So you get to roll 4 dice.
Yeah, I do. So 4 dice. I rolled a 6, a 3, and a 5, so it's 3 damage.
Okay. So the Minotaur's going down to 5 health.
Then I'm going to roll 3 more die. That's 8.
You remember you critted, so I think you get to add a die to each one of your attacks.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
he did.
I meant to say 4. I said 3. So I rolled a 1 and a 2, and then a 4 and a 5. So 2 more damage.
So he's down to 3 health.
Okay. So I have a free movement.
You need to go
1, 2, 3. So I'll do 2 damage to Anubis if he's there. I'm trying to think of what's the best thing to do here.
If you move him 1, you're going to take 2 damage. You're going to be at 1 health. If you move into the corner, it wouldn't be as bad.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to move here. And then I'm going to use my 2 move actions to go 1, 2.
Okay. These guys can jump on you.
They're going to jump on you, too.
Not if I go away.
You're not going to have a chance to. You already went, yeah?
I could tell. No, I haven't gone with him yet.
Oh, I thought you went already.
No, I haven't gone.
Well, maybe that's not the best move then.
All right, we'll figure it out. We'll see what happens. All right, so
Oh, boy. So what happens if you do die?
it's game over.
If any character dies before the destroyer comes out, or all the destroyers or all the seals are destroyed, you lose the game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't let me die, Josh.
All right, 4 damage. So we're going to kill this Hydra with one of them. Bye, Hydra.
Okay. So are you sure you want to use that 4 damage to kill the Hydra now because you only had 1 health?
I can split it up between everything there.
Oh, that's true.
So I'm
okay.
using one of the 4.
That's right. It's the same space.
And then I'm going to kill the 3 liches. I just want to get those
Out of the way.
out of the way. I don't know if I'm going to be able to kill the Sphinx.
So you are going to get 3 XP.
So yeah, 3 XP.
I did not get a common item card with Thor.
Oh, sorry.
My common item with Thor. Ooh, I got a caution sign. So reroll 1 brawl attack.
We're all going to get 3 XP, and then I'm going to get an additional 3 XP.
Oh, that's right. So we all get 3 XP. 1, 2, 3. So I'm at 15 with Thor, and I'm at 22 with Anubis. So what are you at?
21 and 22.
Okay.
So we're almost at our God mode.
We're getting there.
We're getting there slowly.
Anubis is going to be nice with the God mode.
All right. So
now, wait a minute. Hold your horses here. Do you want to use your free action now? Because if you use it and you teleport onto Thor, then you could heal him 1 and then move a point away so that the Minotaur doesn't do his extra damage.
That's what I was thinking. Because I can only do max 4 damage to this Sphinx, and he has 7 health.
Okay, so that's not any good right now.
It's not.
But then Heimdall and Thor could do a buddy cop movie and beat the crap out of him next turn.
So let's see if I can.
Oh, Josh.
Blank.
Josh. It's a blank. He missed.
What the hell?
I could roll 5 dice.
So
but
do you find folks have any recommendations for strategy here? Or do you not want to help us out?
No, I mean, it's up to you.
Oh, boy.
Well, I would just look around and see, kind of work it out, how far the monsters can move, how much damage they're going to do. And remember, they always go for the closest visible, and then if they can't see any enemies, then they go for the closest.
So the Minotaur is actually going to go for Anubis. He's not going to go for the Thor, because Anubis is closer.
yes.
So you don't have to worry about that.
I'm also at low health.
Okay.
So, like, I can't stay where I'm at.
Can't eat a churro? Oh, Artemis has a churro.
I can actually move to Artemis, take the churro, and eat it. Which wouldn't be horrible.
But
How much health does Thor have?
I have 3 health with Thor.
Okay.
What's in front of you?
He has 2 ghouls next to him. So he'll go down to 1.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's not terrible.
yeah, he's not terrible. So my idea is, do I break away and not attack? Or should I attack and then take the 1 damage breaking away, running away?
I mean, it's up to you, really.
I'm going to attack.
Now, wait. Is it worth it to move here and kill the 2 ghouls, take the 1 damage from moving away, and then you can start making your way this way or something like that?
I'm going to get beat up and I'm going to die after that.
Okay.
I won't be able to live that long enough.
So you rolled a 3, a 3, a 5, and a 1. So what do you wound on?
3 plus.
So that's 3 wounds.
Yeah, so he's done the 4 health.
Okay. That's respectable.
I'm going to take a damage for running away.
Oh, no.
I'm going to go over there.
And are you going to eat a churro?
I'm going to take the churro, but I'm not going to eat it yet. So I run around with 1 health. I'll be rolling 5 dice. Okay. And I could try to risk it. I don't think I'm going to.
You got to risk it for the biscuit, Josh.
Artemis can take some damage. Or in the same spot. So
okay.
I can kind of balance myself. All right. So it is the monster's turn.
It is the monster's turn.
Before that, you actually get to take your legendary.
I get to take my legendary.
You get a legendary.
Ooh, what's that?
Aegis of Flame. So that is reroll 1 die for 1 brawl attack, and then Sekhmet unlock at God mode. Guerrilla Tactics instead reads deal 1 damage on a 3, deal 2 damage on a 4, 5, or 6.
So it's one of our god's items. We're not playing with that god right now. So if you have that item,
yeah,
you get extra bonuses.
So in the legendary deck, there are 12 individual items for each god. So with the characters you're playing, like Thor, there is Mjolnir somewhere in the legendary deck.
Mew Mew?
Mew Mew. It's there.
And basically, those type of items that are god specific, you can still use this Heimdall, even though you're not Sekhmet. You get the top ability, but the whole point is that you get both if you happen to be Sekhmet. So it's doubly good for the specific god.
All right.
Very good. So the monsters are going to move now.
So he's going to 1, 2, 3. I will take that last
damage. So you're going to be at 1 health.
I'm going to get 1 health. I'm playing risky.
These 2 guys are both going to go here, so I'm going to drop down to 1 health.
Yep. Ooh. This guy's going to go 1, 2, 3. This guy's going to go 1, 2. He's going to do a damage to you.
And then another damage.
So you're going to get 2 damage.
Okay.
And this guy's going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2.
Oh boy.
And Anubis is up first, and we got to spawn.
So we're at 4 rounds now.
Okay.
It's time to spawn some monsters. So we got a 3, a 3, a 4, and a 6. So 2 at position 3. We're going to get 2 ghouls. And... oh, yeah. Ammut. Is that a alligator line? Crocodile line?
Yeah, he's like a chimera, basically.
He's a crocodile, lion, and a hippopotamus.
That's terrifying.
That is terrifying.
So it's got 8 health and absolute horror. Only 1 player can damage it each round.
All right, so he needs to be soloed. All right.
So then position 4, we need another monster. Oh boy.
Oh no! Move all monsters 1 space.
Oh boy.
At
So
least the Minotaur is already on a space.
yeah.
I guess that's the closest way.
Oh boy.
All right.
Looks like Thor needs a buddy.
Thor is not in a good place right now. And spawn 2 ghouls on position 6. This is getting mildly difficult now. So who is up first?
Anubis.
Anubis is up first.
So what is Anubis doing?
First, I am going to roll my free action die, because this is going to kind of affect how I play out my turn. Okay. So I rolled a wing, not a crit. So I get to move myself or a player within line of sight 1 space. And it ignores mob rolls. So I am going to knock the Minotaur back a spot.
Get to move
Minotaur is not a player.
So not a player, so you would only be able to move yourself.
Oh, himself or a player. Okay, I'm sorry. So I'm going to move myself 1 space forward.
Okay.
So then I'm going to attack the seal.
The Minotaur has 3 health, by the way.
Why are you doing this to me? So I'm gonna attack the Minotaur.
Because the Minotaur's going to do damage to you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna attack the Minotaur. So I rolled a 6, a 5, and 2 1s. So I'm gonna use the Book of Thoth to re-roll those 2 die. I rolled a 5 and a 2, so that's 3 damage. So I killed
the Minotaur.
Killed the Minotaur.
Right.
Good. So you're going to get a legendary item.
We all get 3 XP. Thor doesn't have very much XP. But Anubis is getting there.
All right.
So now I'm going to roll 5 die on my next attack.
And you're going to break that seal.
And I'm going to attempt to break the seal. A 5, a 5, a 5, a 5, and a 5. I rolled 5 5s.
That seal is...
Like, what's
You will unlock your final form.
what? Look at that. Like, that's weird.
Wow.
So I break the seal. We're all going to get 3 more XP. So I'm 2 away from my god mode with Anubis.
I'm 3 away with Halmar and...
Who? Heimdall.
Heimdall.
Josh has
and
problems
Artemis
saying Heimdall.
is 2 away.
Okay. So then I'm going to use my last 2 actions to move... I'm going to move towards this.
That's where we're trying to head. Do you want to start moving... We have these 3 seals over here.
That's true. I could try to help Thor out a little bit.
Yeah.
1, 2. Okay. That move of mine was bad then. I should have moved over there. But whatever, it's fine. So that's going to be the end of Anubis' turn. So I'm going to need a legendary item there.
You got something good?
I got the Quiver of Orion. Oh, this is yours.
Oh, you got my item?
I got your item. So this is reroll 1 die for a brawler attack, or for Artemis, unlock a god mode. When Artemis deals damage to a space at range 2, she also deals the same damage to the intervening space at range 1.
Ooh.
So you get to
Rain fire from above.
Yeah, that's pretty solid right there.
This is not good to me.
Not yet, it doesn't.
Not yet.
We'll make it work.
Soon.
Anubis, I feel like he should be slowed down a little bit because he's carrying too much stuff. He's just like, he's in the museum. And
But it's a feather and a horn, like,
and a book.
He's got a fleece on, like, he's just...
That's true. He
just must be really cold because he's wearing a t-shirt and a fleece.
And a feather.
I thought the feather's decoration.
Okay, there you go.
All right.
So now it's Thor's turn. This is where something's going to happen.
All right. So Thor is fighting the troll, which ignores the first damage it's dealt by each player each round.
Yay. So I'm going to roll my bonus action. My free action. Ah, that's a blank. That's not good.
Okay. I think you should kill the little guys around you.
Yeah. So I'm going to roll 3 die.
And I'll come try to help you out.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I rolled a 3, a 4, and a 4. So I killed the 3 little guys.
Okay.
So Thor's
Now,
going to get...
remember, one thing you can do with an action is you can use an action to break away. So you won't take any damage from leaving a monster-occupied space if Thor wanted to run. He doesn't have to, but if he wanted to.
I think I might have to.
I think... And you can start getting to the seal. Won't it be a...
Yeah, so I'm going to use my action to break away. So the breakaway does not count as a move, though. It just allows me to move without penalty.
Just allows you to do it, yeah.
So, and then I'm going to use my 2 movements to go 1, 2 spaces there.
Yeah.
Man, I really wish I would have rolled the free action there. That would have been nice.
So right now, the troll will still do a damage to you if he gets to you.
Right.
So, all right.
That's the end of Thor's turn. I did damage, so I'm going to get a common item there.
Something good?
I got a desk lamp. Reroll 1 die for a brawl attack.
I need 2 more dice. I'm attacking with 5 dice now.
And who are you attacking with Heimdall right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so who are you attacking?
I'm attacking that whole group.
The whole
We'll
group.
figure out.
How much health does the Sphinx have?
4.
Okay.
I got 2 misses.
So you rolled a 6, a 5, a 4, a 2, and a 1.
Okay. I can reroll 1 of my dice.
Okay, so reroll 1 of those.
4 damage.
4 damage, so you can kill the Sphinx.
I'm going to kill the Sphinx.
Sphinx is dead. So we're all going to get 3 XP. And that means that Anubis is now at God mode.
Both my characters are at God mode.
Thor's the only one not at God mode.
All right. Thor's not as cool as us. All right. And then my second attack, I'm going to roll 6 dice.
Why
2,
6?
5 dice, 5 dice.
Okay. Did you do at least 2 damage?
Yeah, I did 4 damage.
Okay, so you killed those 2. You get 2 more experience, but you're at max already.
Yep.
So now you have 2 move actions left. And you've also got your free action. Please.
Okay.
So that allows you, he didn't crit, he just rolled the wing, and that is place Heimdall on any player-occupied space. It ignores mob rules and walls.
Hey, buddy.
So since you have God mode unlocked, that's the reason why you're doing that?
That, and I could chew on my churro right now. I want a snack. So I'm going to get 1 health.
Okay, so you're going to up your health from 1 to 2.
And
And
then,
that is the end of Heimdall's turn, but he's going to
yeah,
get...
I'm gonna stay with you. I'm not going to run away from it.
Oh yeah, you do have 2 movement, technically. So you get a legendary item, and you get the Mead of Poetry. Reroll any 1 die. Ooh.
All right, I get to start drinking now.
But just re-rolling 1 die every turn.
Any die.
Any
Free
die.
action die.
That's pretty handy.
Nicer than your shirt.
Don't speak ill of my shirt.
All right. So now it is Artemis's turn.
I'm assuming you're going to move forward and shoot those guys. Might as well, right?
I could try to take out the troll.
I mean, you could. What you could also do, since the troll's only going to do 1 damage when he reaches us, and you'll be okay. You could... Don't you have something that increases your range?
No, but I could...
Oh, I thought you did.
I could move here 1. I will...
You could just shoot the gate, the seal.
I could. I'm just gonna kill those. I'm just gonna attack that seal and those 2 guys. 5, 6, 4, 1. So I'm gonna do 3 damage. So let's just kill these 2 guys just because I don't want them.
Okay, and then the seal goes down to 5.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll my free die.
So you're gonna get 2 more die added.
Yep. So I'm gonna roll 6 dice now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to destroy this this seal.
Break the seal. What'd you roll?
5, 6, 4, 3, 2, 2. I'm going to do 4 more damage to that seal.
Oh, it's at 1?
It's at 1.
Oh, Josh.
So gross.
It's close.
So close,
I sadly
but yet
don't
so
have
far.
anything. Since I did do damage, I am going to get a common item.
And your common item is a prehistoric bone. Reroll 1 die for a brawl attack. That would have been nice now. So what's... Oh, you used your god
Oh, did
item
you see
there.
the...
Infinite knowledge, infinite calories.
Yeah, and then you're extinct.
You're extinct. I like it.
All right. So it's the end of all our turns?
Right, so now the monsters are going. So you can move those guys. I'll start moving these guys here. So the troll's going to go 1, 2, and he's
I'll
going to
take
do
the 1 damage.
1 damage. So then he's going to go 1, 2, 3.
That's it. And I already moved
You already
those guys.
moved those guys. That's it.
Yep.
Okay, we're okay. We're okay.
We're doing okay.
So now we got to spawn some more. First, the round goes down, so we're at 3.
We're cutting it close.
Yeah, we are.
Matt, I guess Anubis is going to go for 1.
Yeah, Anubis is going to go for 1. Because I could leave that guy by himself and just start skittering over there.
Okay.
Or I could kill him too, Depends on what spawns now. So we're going to roll 4 die.
All right.
Let's see what we get. 3, 3, 1, 5. So start us off at 1, Josh. Oh, we got a Gorgon. So Anubis is going to have to deal with the Gorgon. She's got 7 health, and she's got Gaze of Stone. Range of 0 to 2. Players within line of sight reduce their total actions by 1. Ugh. So if you're within 2 spaces of her, you reduce your actions. But
Yeah.
I've got my googly eyes.
So maybe you can kill her from afar.
So I've got a question for you there. You reduce your actions by 1. So if you use an action with the googly eyes and then you move into the range of that, does then it reduce your total actions to 0? Okay.
That's correct.
So we're going to get
Say
a lit.
if you attack her in range and then you move out of line of sight of her, you get that action back.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. So spawn a lich at position 3.
Okay.
You've got all the liches. And then we need 1 more at position 3. Another lich. And then 1 more, and this is going to be for position 5. So what's position 5?
Right here.
Okay. 3 ghouls. Oh, man. So the Thor Heimdall buddy cop movie's getting serious down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So question, with my ability, when my health gets reduced to 0, can I take all the damage and just say I'm at 0 and then respawn?
Okay, so
Yes.
how monsters essentially deal damage is they'll do all of their movements first, universally across the board, and then they'll deal all of their damage. So if he is sharing the space with another player, he cannot take all of it because he can only take a maximum of 1. But if he's the only one on a space and he gets hit with 1,000,000 damage, he just takes the 1,000,000 damage.
He just keeps getting
Okay.
punched over and over again.
And then he comes back and be like, haha, you didn't do anything.
Yeah.
All right. So
Who's up first?
Thor is first.
Oh, that is so inconvenient. Because if I don't have God mode, and if I had God mode, I would have done double damage.
Would have been nice.
Oh, well. So I'm going to roll my free action die. And I critted, so I'm going to get an extra attack this turn.
Okay.
So I'm going to start attacking the troll.
The troll.
Yeah. So 4 die, I hit on a 3+. That is a 6, 4, 1, 2. So I'm going to re-roll the two of the die with the caution sign and the desk lamp.
Okay.
You could take those. A 2 and a 5, so I did 3 damage,
You
but
only
it's only
do
do
2.
2 damage.
So he's down to 6 health.
Ugh, that's horrible.
No, now that you've done that 1 damage to him, it's only once per round. It's not
Oh, it's
every
once-
attack. It's once per round.
Oh, okay. So now I rolled a 4, a 2, a 1, and a 4. So only 2 more damage.
2 more damage.
Yeah.
So he's down to 4.
Now, I get a free move that ignores mob roll.
So
I'm
take a space back. Step back.
and then I've got 2 more move actions. So,
You want to start going with Anubis?
yeah, I'm going to start going with Anubis. So 1, 2.
Okay.
So Thor has successfully ran away.
You're going to have to kill that Lynch with Anubis.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he will kill Thor.
I know.
All right. So now it's my turn?
Yes, and I did do damage, so give me an item, please.
Yeah, you did get an item.
Oh, I got an I Love Monster souvenir pin. Reroll any one die, and this must be what being a general feels like. So Heimdall, it is your turn.
So I get 5 dice.
I don't know how many you had. He just asked me for 5 dice. I don't know what he needed. So what do you need to hit? A 3+?
3+. 1, 2, 3. I get to reroll one of my dice.
And you've also got the velvet rope thingy.
I did
so you can reroll another die.
I could add a
that's
die.
add a die.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so 4 damage.
You've also got the meat of poetry.
I'm not going to use that yet.
Okay.
So I did 3 damage.
I think I know why.
So he's 1 health left.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to use my velvet rope.
I don't think you need to add. So I see we've seen some of the god items in here. What the legendary items? What's some of your guys' favorite ones that you have in the game? Because we're probably not going to get to all of them. I mean, even though we've gotten all of these mythics here on the board.
Depends, I think, on some of our favorite characters. I mean, my favorite combo is Poseidon and his trident. Is my absolute favorite.
So what's Poseidon's ability to do then?
So his free action lets you push all monsters on your space 1 space away.
Oh, all monsters.
Yeah. So if you're surrounded, he can push them 1 away, and the whole team can run.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
And his god item lets him be able to roll his free action 2 times a turn.
So you can basically push twice.
Oh.
Basically, how Poseidon's main attack is, when he enters a space with monsters, he does more damage, kind of like hitting them with a wave. So he combos it with going in, hitting them, pushing them, hitting them again. So his trident lets him do that a couple times.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
As for me, I mean, you drew one of the ones that's probably one of my favorites. I really like the general reroll items because they're just useful all the time. So items like Meat of Poetry, there's another one that's called Seal of Kepri, that's the same thing. Or Glipnir, the Impossible Rope. Those things reroll. My favorite character, though, is Sekhmet, which you ironically got the item for. She's a berserker, and her free action ability allows her to ignore walls and mob rules, so she essentially just runs where she wants.
Oh, that's awesome.
And she does crit damage on 4, 5, and 6s with her items, so she does like extra damage constantly. It's really fun.
Yes. That's pretty good. So Josh just actually got to re-roll that 1 die. You were saying how useful it is. So he did the Meat of Poetry. He rolled a blank on his free action die, but he re-rolled it and he got a crit. So he's going to teleport over and continue the Thor Heimdall buddy cop that we're doing.
I'm going to give you 1 health.
And I get a health. That's awesome.
Which is the best. And then he's just going to run forward because he needs to destroy things.
And for me, I actually, even though Anubis is probably my favorite character, I would say I actually really like Mjolnir if you get it in the game for Thor, because it actually changes how Thor fights, because with the hammer he can now be at range. Basically, it changes his range from 0 to 1.
Oh, that's really cool.
So I get my special item for destroying a.
And you got the
mythic.
bone of Earl. Uller.
Yeah.
So add 1 die to your next. Oh god, I just had the
magic
name.
attack.
Magic attack. What's the range attack? One more time.
Caster or spell.
Caster. There we go. I was saying it all game.
Tell me that magical bone. Tell me that's a magical bone in your pocket.
So you're going to give that to Anubis, right?
Anubis can grab it when he comes on by.
Okay. So who has that? Oh, Heimdall has that. So Anubis can go grab that when he comes by.
All right. So
but first, it's Artemis's turn.
One thing you might have noticed with some of the items is all the flavor text on some of the items. Of some of the like fist items that are all like the common ones, they're all very like movie quote lines, like "You're extinct," and then like hit somebody with a bone or.
It's very Arnold Schwarzenegger inspired.
Well, speaking of Arnold Schwarzenegger inspired, I saw that the exit sign was "I'll be back," I believe, for the flavor text.
Yes.
All right. So first up, I need to roll my 4 dice to destroy that seal.
Right. So you need to roll a 3+ on 4 dice. On one of the 4. Okay.
I did 4 damage.
You did 6, 6, 5, 3. So you killed that seal. Now Thor's at his god mode.
All right.
Didn't do that before, but that's fine. So
I'll move 2 here, and I'm going to attack this alligator hippo.
The Amut. The omelet.
Lion.
That is his correct pronunciation. Is omelet.
I gotta roll a.
So, you're rolling your free action die.
No extra dice.
No extra die there. So how much health does he have?
He has 8 health.
And what's his ability again?
I did 4 damage to it. Only one player can do damage to it each round.
Ah.
It's the end of the round, so no one else can do damage to it. I did take out half its health, though.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Wish I was able to roll an extra 4 dice and maybe even one-shot it.
That would have been nice.
Would have been amazing. But and I can't even re-roll one of my dice for missing. Like, I had that bone to do nothing with it.
Oh, because you hit all 4.
I rolled 3 6s and a 5.
Yeah, it's too bad you just roll so well. I mean,
Yeah, so bad.
Josh is a glass half empty kind of guy here.
All right, so that's it. I moved my 2 spaces.
Basic item.
I get a basic item.
So what you get?
I got lunar bouncers.
Oh, moonbound shoes. Your next move ignores mob rule. That's actually going to be really handy because you're about to have that guy on the same space as you.
Yeah, that is a good one.
And there's one small step for fun, one giant step for wee.
All right.
All right, so that's the end of Artemis's turn. So now it's Anubis because Thor started us out.
Yeah.
So Anubis, I am going to attack that Lich right there. So I need 4 dice. I rolled 4 misses. That's pretty cool. I rolled 2, 2, 2, 3. And so I'm going to re-roll 2 of those dice with the Book of Thoth. And I rolled a 6 and a... Still rolling. A 2. That's enough, though. That kills him. So that gets rid of that.
And you could trade as many items as you want for your action, right?
Yes.
So you come to me and then we do a trade.
So I'm going to move 1, 2, and then I'm going to roll my free action die. And I'm going to move myself 1 space forward.
And then you use your last action to trade?
And I'm going to use my last action to trade.
Can I have that cool horn?
Do you mean the quiver?
Oh, it's a quiver.
The quiver of Orion? I got the bone of Earl! So I get an extra die now, and then I get to re-roll 2 die. This is looking pretty good.
I could re-roll 2 die now with my dude, but the quiver hopefully gets over to Artemis soon.
Okay.
Because it is for her, but...
So, that's the end of all of our turns now, though.
Yes.
So now it's going to be the monster's turn.
1, 2.
You're going to take 1 damage.
1, 2. 1, 2. That is a nasty group.
That is a nice little crowd there.
I think these guys are going to go down. 1, 2, 3. All
so
right.
note, we now have 1 less action.
Okay. And it is my turn to go first, right?
Well, first
2
off,
rounds?
We're at 2 rounds left. So it looks like we're going to have to fight the big baddie.
Gosh, yeah, there's 3 seals. I don't think we can.
I mean,
You're close. You're
Close. We got half of them gone.
And then we need to spawn some more monsters. So let's see what we roll here. We're at 2, 3, 1, and 6. So let's start off at 1.
We're going to spawn 2 ghouls.
2 ghouls at position 1. Position 2. We're going to get 5 ghouls. Okay. Where's position 2?
oh, bathroom.
It's,
Hey, look.
Oh,
Hey, Thor, you got some buddies.
Thor's got some toilet buddies. Then at position 3, we have 5 more ghouls. Oh, man.
The game
And-
knows you're close.
Finally, we have at position 6, we have 2 ghouls. It couldn't put the 5 where position 6 is, where there's nothing going on.
That was where you are. It just does.
The game is sentient. We tried to warn you.
You know,
I mean,
I'm beginning to believe you more and more now.
All right, so I'm up first.
Heimdall.
Do you got those ghouls over there?
Excuse me?
You got the ghouls?
So I have a question for you guys.
okay.
The damage that I do to a space, I can spread that however I want.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
So with Thor, if I hit on 3 dice with my God mode and I do 6 damage, I can spread that amongst the 5 ghouls.
Yep.
Okay, so it's not based off of the dice that you roll, it's based off of the damage that you do.
Yes, you always attack a space and deal your damage to that space, and then after you deal your damage, it's divided.
Perfect. So yeah, I've got it. Don't worry about me.
Okay.
I'm good.
So I'm gonna do 2 movement.
1, 2. So you're saying hi to the Gorgon.
Hi to the Gorgon. I am then gonna
Attack the Gorgon.
attack the Gorgon with 5 dice.
5 dice.
I need 3 more.
And you've also got a reroll for
2 rerolls.
2 rerolls you've got. 3 rerolls if you count your meat of poetry.
I'm gonna use my velvet rope thingy
So you're going to add a die.
and add a die. So I got 6 dice. Oh yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I rolled 1, 2. Let's re-roll that. That's a 1. Let's re-roll it again.
So you use that, reroll. That's a 6. So you use the Aegis Flame and the Quiver of Orion, and you rerolled. So you did 6 damage to the Gorgon in 1 turn.
Yeah. You just need to do 1 damage to it. Can you manage that?
I think I can.
Okay.
I think I can. I think I can.
All right. Now where's that free die?
That's a blank. But
Gonna
you have
use-
the mead of
Mead of poetry.
And it's still a blank.
Oh,
Nice try, though. It was a valiant effort, Josh.
I had a really good plan.
What was your plan?
I was going to teleport to
Artemis?
Artemis. She was going to grab her quiver from me, jump back a space, and then just rain hellfire on everything.
You know, that would have been really cool.
It would have been really cool. Sadly,
You can't do that.
I can't do it.
It was good in theory, though.
It was.
I'll give you some
good
props
theory.
for that. So now it's Artemis's turn, though.
All right. So Artemis,
So you can't rain your hellfire as much now.
I can't, but I'm going to use my lunar bouncers to jump back a space. I'm going to jump back by Thor.
Interesting.
So Thor can be, but you can join me or something, and we can go this way.
I'm surprised, though, because I thought you were going to go towards this.
This is a lot of baddies. I can't deal with them all.
Well, couldn't you shoot all of these guys from the space that you were on? And then if you kill them, you could have jumped there. And
And then all this stuff is coming towards me.
I don't know.
There's a lot of things going on. I'm going to try to kill a moot. Unless...
But Josh, we gotta get these gates out of the way.
I know we have to get the gate, but we also have to get all these baddies. In worst case scenario, these baddies are going to then still be there when the big guy comes out.
Okay.
Should I go after a moot, or should I go after the 5 guys there?
I think you should have gone after that gate. That's all I'm saying.
I would have died.
How much health do you have?
5
You
health.
have full health. You're fine.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I was standing here and they were still all alive, they would do 10 damage to me.
Well, yeah, you shouldn't do that.
And then these guys are going to come do damage, and he's going to come do damage.
Okay. Do what you
I'm going to attack these guys. You can beat up those guys, move through spaces, and try to kill him. I'm thinking.
Okay. Leaving it all on me now. So what are you doing? You're not gonna roll your free action?
That's what I was...
Do you need to roll your free action?
I only roll 4 dice. There's 5 of them, so let me roll.
Okay.
Where is it? All right,
So you're gonna get 2 more die.
So 6 dice.
You can kill him here. So what'd you roll?
1, 2, 3, 4. And I got 4 hits and 2 misses. I'm going to use that bone to roll one of these dice.
Okay. So if you do it, you kill all of them.
I did.
Oh, you kill all 5 of them.
Kill all 5 ghouls.
That's very nice, Josh.
All right.
I'm proud of you. I knew you had it in you.
I still have an attack left.
Why don't you kill a moot?
I'm going to roll 4 dice. I need to do 4 hits. And then you won't be able to do damage to them.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
That's the issue. Would you like me to kill some of the ghouls at your spot?
Yeah, it would just make things a little easier. I wouldn't be able to use my action for anything else, so. And then I can get a legendary item with Thor.
I did 4 damage again.
Okay, so you kill 4.
I could have killed.
You could have killed him, but you didn't.
I have to pick what spot I'm attacking first, right?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Nice try, though.
I tried.
So now it is. Oh, you got a basic item.
I get a basic item. Did I get a basic item?
I don't
with-
think you got a basic item with
So, yeah, what-
Heimdall. So
what
Heimdall got a
Heimdall
teddy bear. Add 2 dice to your next ranged attack. I'm gonna have to take that from you. Just so you know.
I have 2 items for you sitting over here, so if you want
I
to come join
appreciate
me.
it. So now you need an item for Artemis.
Yes.
Artemis also has one more move if she wants.
I don't think she needs the...
You can move into the space with him, so that way you're closer to the action when it happens.
Yeah.
So you got a souvenir map, so you get to re-roll any 1 die.
Sweet.
So now it is Anubis's turn.
So
How much
Anubis-
health does the Gorgon have left?
1.
Okay.
Like,
So I'm going to move 1, 2.
here you go. You could have a teddy bear and a monocle.
Okay. Teddy bear and a monocle. I'm not going to use
Do
any
you have like
of
a
that
shopping
yet.
bag on you or something? Like,
I need.
you've
I
just
think
been
I have,
shopping
like,
the whole time.
I have a push cart.
Okay.
I need one after with all the stuff I have. So now I'm going to attack the Gorgon. I am going to roll 5 dice. So I need 3 more.
I like how the Gorgon is in the shop. You came to the shop to buy stuff. You didn't come to kill it.
I rolled 4 damage. So I'm not going to even use my ability to re-roll anything. So the Gorgon's
Gorgon is
dead.
dead.
I get my extra action back.
Yes.
And I am then going to use my action now, or my free action die. It's a blank. But do I have...
use your souvenir shirt if you
Yeah,
want.
I'm going to use my souvenir shirt to reroll.
Okay.
Okay, so I get to move myself 1 space. So I have line of sight on the gate now, correct?
You do not.
So you don't.
The wall is in the corner.
You have to be straight on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You always aim laterally. It's the same way that monsters also see players. It's always lateral.
Okay.
So sadly, you cannot get to.
Oh, man.
Remember, you're in God mode. You succeed on a 3+. I don't know if you recall that.
Yeah, doesn't really make a difference to me.
Yep.
Okay, so that's all I can do, unfortunately.
All right.
So now it's I get legendary
A
item.
legendary item.
I got Apollo's bow. Increase or decrease the range of 1 attack by 1. So here's the interesting thing. Next
Yes.
turn, I think I might be I possibly could destroy both of these gates
All right.
if I get lucky enough with my rolls.
All right. So next turn, this is yours. So
That's
I don't know
mine.
my hand in it. Way.
He's got everything. He's got so much stuff, and it's vitamin D for destruction, by the way.
Okay.
So with Thor now, I'm going to roll my free action die first. So I get a bonus move.
They ignore mob rules. So
So
you can run away.
I'm going to move. No, I'm going to move now. I'm going to leave him.
Yeah. That
I don't care about him.
no one cares about him.
So I'm going to move another space here.
And
so
kill him?
I'm on the same space as the Thoth. That's the Thoth, right?
Yep.
No, that's a moot. A moot.
I moved.
So 3 die.
And you
I hit on a 3+.
And you do 2 damage per die. So
Yeah.
you need to get 2 hits.
I got 4 hits or 3 hits.
All right. So Amut is dead.
I rolled 3 4s. A moot's dead. Yay.
All
We all
right.
gained 3 experience, but we're already maxed out. So then I've still got 1 movement left.
And an attack. Sadly, you can't do anything
Can't
with it.
do anything with my attack. Do you have any items that would benefit? No, we're both itemless at the moment.
I wouldn't move any closer.
Yeah, because then they're going to be able to
Yeah.
damage me there. So that is going to be the end of Thor's turn.
Okay. So monster's turn. 1, 2, 3.
Hey guys, how's it going?
1, 2.
Oh boy.
1, 2.
Don't forget your legendary, Thor.
Oh yeah, I got a legendary.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I got the Blade of Bast. Add 1 damage to 1 successful brawl attack. So Thor's going to do some damage. We might be able to do this, Josh.
We might. It's gonna be
So we're going to reduce the round by. So we're at 1.
All right. Who's first player now? Artemis again?
Well, we got to spawn some monsters.
Yeah, we got a small monster. Yeah, I think
And
it's.
I believe that. Who was first last time? I don't remember.
I think.
Heimdall was
Heimdall
first.
was
Yeah,
first,
Artemis
yeah.
is first now. So 2, 2, 2, 4. So we're gonna get 3 spawns at position 2. Where's position 2?
Bathroom. It's not.
I'm okay with that.
5 ghouls.
Ugh. Okay. So 5 ghouls. There's gonna be a party in the bathroom right now.
1 lich.
5 ghouls and a lich. So that's their leader for now.
And 3 more ghouls.
3 more ghouls. We got 8 ghouls and a lich in the bathroom together.
Bathroom party. And liches, 3 liches. Where are they
So
going?
3 liches are gonna go at position 4. So where's position 4?
Back there.
Oh, I'm totally okay with that.
Then you can go hang out over here. All right.
Okay, so that's the end of the monster's turns. Now our turn. Artemis is starting us out.
Yes.
Artemis, can we destroy all the gates?
I can attack one gate. I can try to kill this one.
So I'm probably going to be able to destroy that gate if you get the guys off of me so I can get rid of that, so I don't get the mob penalty. Can you ignore mob or no?
No, but I could just jump. I could take the damage and just fire away at that gate.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to...
So do you want to kill these guys or do you want to kill the gate?
I want to kill the gate.
Okay.
This is the last round. This is going to be a Hail Mary.
Okay. You don't get any...
You're going
to
to
reroll?
my map. Reroll this die.
You have to sing the map song. I'm kidding. Don't sing the
What
map
is the
song.
map song?
Don't sing the map song. Okay.
Dream map.
So you crit. So you're going to roll 4 extra dice. You're going to roll 8 dice.
Yes.
Jeez.
Okay. I just got that. That's all the red die.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 damage.
5 damage, so it's got 1 health left. But you have another attack, don't you?
Yeah, so I can roll 4 dice. Would have been nice to do it all in one, but... That's 3 more damage.
So you destroy the gate.
Yes. Gate's
The
gone.
seal.
Seal. I still have 1 more movement. I will move here.
Okay.
I'm trying. I can't help with the gate, but
Okay.
that's what's going on. So, Matt, you should actually be able to kill those 3 guys pretty easily.
I don't want to kill the 3 guys.
With Thor, I'm saying.
Those guys. Yeah, I don't care
Yeah,
about
like,
those guys.
you'll be...
So, reroll. Oh, okay. So it's Anubis' turn.
Okay.
You get your basic item card, by the way. Basic item card. There you go. So you're going to get a fire axe. So add 1 die to your next brawl attack.
Okay.
That's handy.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna go for the Hail Mary here also. I'm gonna use my Golden Fleece to ignore mob rule and move into this massive mob here. What?
You don't want to try to use your special ability to do that? Your free action?
Oh, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Oh.
Where is it? Give me the die. So before I move, let me roll this then.
Remember, Anubis can also use that on other players.
Yes.
Yeah, I just realized that. So I'm gonna use that to move Heimdall 1 space
Move me this
in
way?
that in that direction.
And that way I can get into
Yes.
it and beat it up.
So then I'm going to use my Golden Fleece to move there because I rolled
And
a
you're
wing.
attacking this one, right?
And I'm attacking that one.
Okay.
So that's a range of 2 away. I've got, let's see. I add a die for the Bone of Oler. I could add 2 more die to with my teddy bear. So I'm going to add 3 die.
No, you could destroy the group around you and then get like 5 extra dice to attack that.
It's okay.
Letting you know.
That's fine.
All right, so how many dice you
Well,
rolling?
wait, I've got a question actually. So
Yes.
the game ends as soon as we destroy all the seals?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to now roll 4, 5, 6, 7 die. And I wound on a 3+, and I get 2 rerolls.
All right.
I rolled 3, 3, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6. So I did 7 damage.
Get destroyed.
Jeez.
Oh,
Okay, that was pretty good.
All right, you're going to attack the other one now?
So now I'm going to attack the other gate. I'm going to roll 4 die now.
4 die?
Yeah, 4 die, because I already used my Bone of Oler.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't have any other modifiers. So I'm going to roll 4 die. And I rolled a 1, a 6, a 4, and a 3. So I'm going to use my Book of Thoth to re-roll my 1. And that's a 3. So I do 4 damage to that seal.
All right, so it's got 2 health left.
Okay, and that's going to be the end of my turn.
So you're going to get a card?
I got Da Vinci's Cookbook, re-roll 1 die for a caster attack. What's the flavor text here? Seriously, how much free time does this guy have?
It's yours. All right, so what are you doing with Thor?
Thor is going to... Well, I guess I'm going to roll my my die here. My free action die. So I gain a bonus move and I ignore mob roll. I'm going to have some fun with Thor. So I'm going to ignore mob roll and move here. and then I'm going to move into this mob here. And I am going... I'm going to roll 3 die.
He instantly becomes the life of the party.
And I rolled a 5, a 4, and a 2. I'm going to use my I Heart Monster souvenir pin.
Okay.
Reroll that 2, so it's a 3, so that's a successful attack. And then I'm going to add the Blade of Bast, so that's going to do 7 damage.
7 damage.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I didn't kill all of them at once, and it's a little upsetting.
You couldn't have done it unless you used the reroll to get a critical on your free action.
But I'm going to attack again.
Okay.
Because why not? And I rolled a 5, a 6, and a 6. So that's another 6 damage.
All right.
And I've got 1 more movement still. So Thor is going to go over here. He's going to go wash his hands.
Okay.
Or thoroughly crash that party.
And then
Heimdall?
Heimdall's going to come in. He's going to attack with 5 dice.
I think we got... This is pretty good.
I need...
It's pretty good, Josh.
1, 2, 3, 4. I can reroll this one.
6.
5 damage.
5 damage. It's got 2 health left. That's the last seal.
That's math.
You guys won. Well done.
And I teleport over to Thor and we have a party. And I heal you for 1. Yeah! Because we were buddies.
We that was down to the last turn.
That was the very last turn before the big baddie came out.
Yeah. Wow. That was
We killed 3 of them in the last round.
That was mildly stressful.
A little bit.
Would you guys like to know what would have happened if you didn't destroy that last seal?
Absolutely.
So when the game ends or the first set of rounds ends, the destroyer appears on the field and one of the remaining seals. So if you hadn't destroyed that last seal, he literally would have appeared right in front of you.
Okay.
It's important to note he would have lost 6 health for each seal you destroyed, but the destroyers have 6 monster actions.
So.
Ooh.
And you roll that black die now, if you want to show that to the crowd. Black die at the beginning of each round, which has the ability to apply its effect every turn or a critical effect, which the critical effect for him, if you want to read.
So the critical effect for Fenrir is all monsters move 2 spaces. So he's the monster movement.
No.
Oh. Ooh.
So everything in the board, Fenrir's kind of special theme is like he howls and all the monsters swarm faster.
So you're going to get surrounded pretty quickly when Fenrir's on the board.
It's basically impossible to avoid monsters if Fenrir is there.
Yeah.
That could be a bit
We
problematic,
killed
I see.
9 of the mythics.
Wow, we killed 9 of the 12 mythics.
Yeah, and there's still quite a few cards left.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So we got 3 mythics
We would
left.
have had another one come out next turn. It would have got nasty.
So let's just show off the remaining mythics real quick here. So we've got the good old fashioned Cyclops, 9 health, and each one does 2 damage. It looks like it's about to beat me up right now. We've got the Draugr, which is incorporeal and it can move through walls. Oh, that's really incorporeal.
Yeah.
That looks way scarier than it does normally.
And then finally we've got, where'd it go? We've got a Jotner Colossus, or is it a Jotner?
It's Jotner.
Jotner? Okay. I thought it was Nordic. So he's got 12 health, and each attack deals 1 damage to its space and each adjacent space in line of sight. He is nasty.
Yeah.
Is he the strongest of the mythics?
Kind of, yeah.
He has the highest health of any of the mythics, and he does he's the only one that does area of effect damage, essentially.
Ah, okay. So I'm kind of glad that we didn't have to deal with him.
Matt, just put the green screen on the card came down.
Ah, yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so that was our playthrough of Mortals: Descent of the Gods. That was super fun.
It was fun. It was very close.
So, Nick, Andrew, Jay, is there anything else that you want to touch on that maybe we didn't get a chance to show off here with our playthrough of the game?
I mean, you guys saw the god-specific legendary items. I really wish you had gotten that free action off with the Quiver of Orion. That would have been really cool.
Yeah, that would have been a nice combo there.
But I wouldn't have been there to destroy that last seal.
That's true.
Unless I was able to portal back over to you.
So let's see some of the other character-specific legendary items here. So we've got the Yalahorn.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So for Heimdall, unlocks at God mode, all players, including Heimdall, add 1 die to 1 attack when occupying Heimdall's space. So, go ahead. What else do we have there, Josh?
You got Mjolnir?
Oh, okay. Where's that? Oh, Mjolnir. So Thor's legendary weapon here, and that is Thor's attack becomes a ranged attack, so I get an additional 1 range. A weapon so powerful, no one can pronounce it. So that's funny that I made the Mew Mew joke earlier.
And
what
then
else
you
do we
have Ankh of the Jackal would be Anubis's.
Yeah, right there.
Ankh of the Jackal, and that is Anubis may double the damage of his first attack. So I could have dealt 14 damage with that first attack.
Yes.
That would have been
killed
gnarly.
14 monsters.
Oh, wait, 14?
Because he had added 3 extra dice to his first attack in the last turn.
No, well, so you'd add it to your first attack, and then, your final attack with additional monsters and stuff.
Yeah, if you had killed 14 monsters with that 14 damage, then you get 18 dice on your second attack.
Oh my god.
Because he doubles the amount of dice you get, and if there happen to be 14 individual monsters there, he killed all of them, which means then he gets 14 dice on his next attack.
Okay.
The situation would be rare.
Very, very rare.
I don't know. We were getting swarmed pretty bad there. Are there any other items or monsters that you all want to have us show off really quickly in the camera for anyone?
From monsters, I would say there are, I think you showed the 3 remaining mythics. If you want to show kind of what the little cutouts of the different destroyers look like Kraken. I think you guys you did show the sheets.
Yes.
Yeah, I showed the sheets, so let's just show the cutouts really quickly. So that's Death. He is super duper scary because he's green screening. We've got Apophis. That's the snake. So which mythology does Apophis come from? Is that Greek?
He is Egyptian. So Death is sort of the neutral one. Then Apophis is Egyptian. Fenrir is Norse. And the Kraken is Greek.
What we could do right now, real quick, we could just quickly show a high level of the different characters that you guys didn't play.
Yeah, you want to grab the other characters we didn't play?
Absolutely. So we've got these over here. And this is all of them, Josh?
Yeah, that should be the
okay. So first off, we've got Hela.
The Gravedigger.
The Gravedigger.
So Hela's kind of deal is she's got a duality type power.
Ooh.
Where she's got fist and she's also got range powers.
That's really cool.
So all items work for her.
And then her free action, 6 feet under. Hela's next move ignores mob rule or select a player or monster in an adjacent space and exchange Hela's position. So you could, that's nifty. I could teleport there.
And it ignores walls, so you can do it through a wall.
Ooh, that's really cool. And then Hela adds 1 dice each of her attack for her god mode.
And the key thing is if you see when her main attack deals 2 damage with her fist, so when you add an extra die, she can do up to 6 damage in 1 attack.
Wow, that's pretty good. We've got Aphrodite here, the rock star. I like that you got the ghouls' heads exploding from her rock and awesomeness.
Yeah, it's too much love.
And her ability is kind of the closer you get to her, the more damage she does. Her rocking becomes way more powerful.
That's pretty cool.
Love hurts.
Love hurts.
Yes. She essentially has a shotgun mechanic, and then her free action can actually allure monsters closer to her. So you can pull them closer, which means you deal more damage, or pull them into range of other characters that may not reach that monster.
That's really cool. So that synergizes nicely. And then her god mode is Aphrodite may double the damage of 1 attack each turn after rolling.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can choose. If you're I'm going to double this one, and you roll pull, you're so this one, we give you a little bit more flexibility.
Yeah.
Neat. Then we've got Isis, the magician.
Yes, she's the most accurate character in the game. Though she follows target priority because she is a book character, she hits anywhere in range on a 2+.
2+.
She ignores walls, not just ignores line of sight, but she can just shoot straight through a wall.
That's awesome. So your trade-off there is you're only rolling 2 dice there.
Correct.
So how about her free actions?
So her free action allows you to essentially nominate one space, or if you crit one tile anywhere on the board, and that space or tile no longer has mob rules. So she's a very good support character in that essence. Is that if you don't want to risk maybe a certain character failing their free action, she can put ignore mob rule on their space preemptively.
She puts doves.
It's actually, like, of all the names of naming the powers over the years, it's probably the one that we've kept the most. Just release the doves, just because we think it's funny, the idea that a bunch of doves are scaring monsters.
Just magical doves just appearing out of nowhere, just like, where are all these doves coming?
And her God mode makes her pretty awesome late game there, huh?
Yeah.
Yes. Just amping up the damage in general. I mean, hitting on 2+ with 4 die anywhere you want. And then her legendary item increases her range by 1. So
she can shoot, like, through tons of walls.
yes.
All right, so then we've got none other than Zeus the Electrician.
Yes.
And so his basic ability there is 3 dice, deals 1 damage on a 3+, which is pretty good for a range character there.
Yeah, so he and Thor are essentially our best introductory characters. They're the easiest to learn, but they also have a high cap of damage. So, like, Thor is very good at close range damage. Zeus is very good at long range damage. So if you feel safer being at range, but he can't attack his own space, so...
So free action, Zeus has got.
Jump through a wall.
He literally teleports.
Very good. And then God mode, add 3 dice to each attack.
So he rolls 6 dice.
That's pretty good.
12 total dice a turn. He rolls a lot of dice.
Yeah. Now, I know that we were saying that Poseidon is someone's favorite here, so...
I'm
Nick,
glad somebody in the chat caught the name of Zeus's attack ability.
Zap and Tickle.
Zap and Tickle, yes.
That's awesome. So Poseidon the Surfer. So he's got his attack ability there, Ride the Wave. Roll 2 dice, deal 1 damage on a 3+, and then when Poseidon enters a monster-occupied space, he may add 2 dice to his next attack.
So he does a lot of damage when he jumps into spots.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's a bit of a higher technical character. Essentially, you have to be like really plan out your turn of where you're going to be placing him, because he does have the option to attack at range, but he's always going to do more when he enters a space.
Then we've got
That's
his.
that push one we talked about.
That's the free action there, the push mechanic, and then we've got his God mode Tsunami, so double damage.
Yes.
Which that's with double damage with jumping into the same spot as yeah, that's pretty gnarly.
Well, he's kind of like risk reward. Like if he goes in but he hits really well, I mean, yeah, if he hits with all of them, that's 8 damage with 1 attack.
Yeah.
You can think about it against something like multiple mythics. He could jump in, roll his 4 dice and deal double damage, then push them out, jump in again, and roll another 4 dice because he re-entered the monster-occupied space.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Sekhmet, the Revolutionary.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
So what is her attack? Guerrilla Tactics. Roll 2 dice, deal 1 damage for each 3 and 4, and deal 2 damage for each 5 and 6.
And then her item made it so it was 4, 5, 6 still do 2 damage.
Yeah.
Yes. So you have a 50% chance with her item to deal double damage essentially from the beginning.
Free action is...
All her moves ignore mob rule and walls.
So another teleport there.
Well, this is permanently for her, so she can, if she has, because there's some items you did not pull in the common item deck, and one legendary item give you bonus moves.
Ah.
So you could potentially activate that for the turn and go through multiple walls.
Oh, so you could really hop around the board there.
Yeah. So there's like, as you can see, like there's with some of the characters, there's a lot of unique like combinations, like in how to get around, especially like late game. One combination we've done quite a bit is like a Sekhmet Heimdall, because Sekhmet can jump through a bunch of walls, and then Heimdall can just jump and teleport to her. So it uses like a way to like get around groups of monsters and things like that.
Yeah.
And so Sekhmet's God mode there is adds 2 dice to each attack. So
Just increasing the chance to do double.
then we've got Horus, the Space Ace.
He shoots invisible laser beams out of his eyes.
So roll 2 dice, deal 1 damage for each 3+. But his free action is
is Turbulence. So this is where he really comes alive quite a bit with his free action, because it's basically as he leaves spaces, he deals an automatic 2 damage. So he doesn't even have to roll for it. So if you get those extra movements, like there's a legendary item called, I think it's Hermes.
Hermes Kicks.
Or Hermes Kicks. He can leave a bunch of spaces and just blow up a bunch of monsters as he goes.
That's pretty awesome. And then it goes to 3 damage if you crit it there.
Yes.
And then for his god mode, he adds 2 dice to each of his attack.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then finally we have Freya, the lawyer.
And similar to Isis, she hits on 2 pluses, which is her main attack, but it's fist, so she can put it where she wants.
And you've been served.
You've been
but
served.
The coolest part about her is like how she can, not only can she leap through walls, but when she leaps through, she does a big damage on the other side. So she kind of like drops it and does like a big splash.
She Kool-Aid Mans through walls.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, slam.
And then the god mode there adds 2 dice to each attack as well. All right, so that's all the characters that you have in the game there. And is there anything else that you guys want to add before we go into our review section?
So the last part would just be the destroyers that you didn't see. So we mentioned in the beginning, Death removes your god mode with his final ability. The Kraken is more of a manipulates the board kind of character. He yanks players closer to spawn points.
And with his really bad one, you all lose a move, so basically slowing you down with water.
And so the Riptide, move all players 1 space towards the closest spawn point.
Which might not necessarily be the worst thing.
It can be because if there's monsters on your space, it moves them with you, but also if it's the first thing to happen in a turn, then monsters can spawn on you. So if, like, say you move onto a spawn space, and then suddenly Gorgon appears, you're on that space and you only have 1 action.
Yeah, that would be nasty. So then Apophis here, we've got his 1 ability. All players choose 1 legendary they hold to flip face down. It may not be used this round, so you can't use your pretty awesome items.
You had enough legendary items that it didn't matter for you.
Yeah, and then Sandstorm. Common items and legendary items cannot be used and grant no benefits this round. That's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like a slight step down from Death, who removes your god mode entirely, because with the player-specific god items, they say unlock at god mode, which means if he removes that ability from you, you don't get the added effect of your item as well.
Oof. So do you guys have any stretch goals or more content planned for down the road as the Kickstarter progresses?
Yeah, I mean, we do have some early on stuff, like in terms of like content for the game. We have different scenarios and setups that we do have planned for. Like right now, it's obviously the destroy the seals and fight the big monster, but we also have some other scenarios that can unlock as well. In terms of additional stretch goals, a lot of the stretch goals are planned to like make the contents of the game just so much better. So like making the card stock quality as high as it can be, increasing the quality for like the monsters and the dice and different things and components of the game. So that's like a big part of a lot of our stretch goals, is just making like whatever the players get out of the game is making it the best it can possibly be, like the super premium status.
But if you break the bank with our stretch goals, there may be some surprises down the road.
That's
so
true.
I mean, we'll see.
All right, very cool. Josh, do you have any more questions?
You mentioned other scenarios. What are you guys talking about for other scenarios, possibly?
So we can kind of tease at some of them. Is one of them is like kind of like a relic or a magical item out of a scenario, where it's kind of like if you've ever played a wave mechanic where you have like tons of monsters coming at you.
Okay.
You can have a setup where you have to defend a certain point for a while. We have like a run the gauntlet type of scenario as well, where you're just trying to get out and you're at full god mode. So you have all your powers, but there's way more nasty stuff.
There's also some enhanced difficulty modes or reduced difficulty modes, depending on the players. If they find the game too hard, they can apply these effects. Or if they find the game too easy, they've played it too many times, then they can ratchet it up, and it ratchets up really quickly.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Do you guys have any more like gods or mythics to put in the game as stretch goals, or no?
Not as stretch goals at this time.
Okay.
We've like a lot of the gods and monsters we put in, like it's, as you can see with the game and how many mythics you were spawning, we're very conscious of, especially from a mythic standpoint, of the size of the deck and how many mythics can be in there, so that you don't have too many turns where you're without a mythic, because they are exciting to fight.
Yeah,
but also
right.
if you have too many mythics, then you have turns where you're like, oh my god, we just spawned like 4 mythics. Like, what is this? So we played the game a lot so that we found, like, yes, shuffling is going to still be random, so like how the deck ends up is going to decide that, but we're hedging our bets with the number of mythics that are in there.
There's a lot of RNG built into the game, so it took that many times to play to essentially balance it and make sure that it's at least even the majority of the time. As far as new characters are concerned, there may be sequels planned down the line.
We have like ideas for like expansions for characters and mythics and things like that. But for this core game right now, these are the characters and mythics that we have planned.
Yes.
They'll be
All
there
right.
at 12 of the game.
All right, very cool. So I think it's time for us to say good evening to you, fine gentlemen, and we are going to do a soft sign-off before we go into our honest review section, where we talk about our favorite parts of the game, and then some constructive criticisms we have along the way. But we really do appreciate you joining us. We had a ton of fun with you guys. You know, we really do appreciate the sense of humor and sticking with us, and just having a good time in general.
Yeah.
All right.
And all the
excellent.
flavor text.
Well, thank you
And
for
all the
having us
flavor
on, guys.
text.
Yeah.
Have a good one. And good night, everyone. This is going to be Twist Gaming Soft signing off for now. Stay tuned for the honest review section. I'm Matt.
I'm Josh.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.